What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome. We are live, live, live. Glad to have you all here. Glad to have you all here. One second, I gotta check something. Okay. Welcome, welcome. What's going on? Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Since tonight I was not able to go live with my brother, Alchemic Mason, he's got a business to run. I figure why not jump on the occult conspiracy train, and so that's what we're going to do. Oh, hey, brother, he's what's going on, Alchemic? Glad you're here, brother. Hope the business is going well. Celebrities are in the Illuminati. How so? How so? How are they in the Illuminati? My call is in a few minutes, so showing some love. Well, thank you, brother. Good luck with your call, man. Good luck with the business call. Block me or teed truth. I don't know what teed truth means, but I don't see any reason to block you. But what's teed truth? What does that mean? What is teed truth? Here we are. Hey, what's going on, Danny? Hey, Reverend CJ. I'm doing very well. Hope you're doing well as well. Seek the mysteries. Countless have sold their soul to Satan. Sold how so? How would that work? Can you outline the ritual process for this and where I can find this written down so others may repeat because occultism is repeatable. So, can you outline where this ritual of selling your soul is found and how we can all repeat it, please? The elites do sacrifice children according to whom? According to what? Good evening. Hey, Bunny. Good evening. Good evening. Their church tells them everyone that isn't their church is evil. Do you mean the Christians, Magnus Blix? Is that who you're talking about? Who are you talking about? Celebrity does a mudra and must have sold his soul. Yeah. Also, most celebrities don't know that they're mudras. I don't think most people. Maybe this is like a unique, but I feel like most people have never been on a TV set, never been on a movie set, never been to a photo shoot. Maybe you should go because the celebrities rarely have control over what's happening on the set. They have a director and a creative director that they have to listen to. They're usually the ones who are like, okay, do this pose. Okay, now stand like this. So and so, go fix her hair, put on more makeup. Okay, bend over, stand up like this, sit down on this chair, put the rose in your mouth. Maybe the last few minutes of the shoot, the photographer might go, okay, Rihanna, just go crazy and do whatever you want. We'll just take some glamour shots. But for the however long she's supposed to be there, 98% of that time is directed by the director or the director of photography. I think most people think that these celebrities just show up to set and just go, okay, bing, all right, I'm going home now. And no, we're paying you millions of dollars. You're going to sit here for 3 hours and you're going to put on all these clothes and you're going to do what we tell you to do, and then you can go home. But I think that people, don't really know how it works. You straight trolling. They don't even hide it. How so? What do you mean they don't hide it? What do you mean? Look up Bob Dylan video on search engine admitting he sold his soul to the devil. He didn't admit that he sold his soul to the devil. You're talking about the 60 Minutes episode from like 20 years ago where he said that he made a bargain with destiny. If anybody controls destiny, it would be God, not the devil, unless you believe the devil has power over God. He made a bargain with destiny, not the devil. But he was using that as a euphemism, not that he actually made any kind of bargain. But yeah. Do I have to be part of a witch coven if I want to get into this? To get into what? Occultism? No, you don't have to be part of a coven. It certainly helps. You know, you'll have actual people who can answer your questions and, you know, guide you rather than you having to rely on books or YouTube videos or TikTok videos or anything like that. So if you can find a coven, it certainly helps, but it's not a requirement. Not a requirement. When cameras are on you, you really start to wonder what to do with your hands. Also that, but luckily most of these people have directors and director photographies that tell them what to do. So Jeffrey Epstein proved some of those points. He didn't prove any of these points. All he proved is that a lot of the people in power like to mess with little girls. And they're all perverted. He did not prove any sort of Satanism or any sort of sacrifice or anything like that. He just proved that the world really works the way we've been seeing in movies and TV shows since like the 80s. That everyone would, you know, used to think was fake. This is just, a scriptwriter just wrote this. But a lot of that is real. But there was no sacrifice or no, Illuminati, anything. Notice my comment was ignored. What comment? The only comment before that one is look up Bob Dylan video on search engine admitting he sold his soul to the devil. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? When are you going to work on another film? Probably never. Probably never. Because it's truth, period. Why is it truth? Why is it truth? I can show you just as many videos of celebrities saying that there is no Illuminati, but to you, they're lying, right? So you pick and choose what's true, like which celebrities are telling the truth and which is lying, right? You just pick and choose. Okay. You're 100% wrong. The blind leading the blind to slaughter. How so? Can you provide any sort of evidence? Or yes, he did. Nice try, Satan. That's not evidence. That's just you saying he did. But thank you for that. I can't wait for Mr. Gibberish to find out who you were supposed to go live with tonight. Yeah, his name's not even like a real name. So how do you even sell your soul if you don't own it? I mean, even if you did own it, how would you sell it? And what exactly would happen during that process? And what would the devil or a demon or whatever do with your soul? Do these Christians and Jews and Muslims think that it's like us humans when we go hunting animals, we cut their heads off and we put them on a mantle at our hunting lodge? Is that what they think is going to happen to our souls? That the demons are going to put it up on a mantle and sip, expensive bourbon as they laugh over, silly humans. Is that what they think is going to happen? How does this work? Of course, we're not going to get any answers. They're just going to continue to make statements that it's real. You're blind, without giving any sort of foundation. But that's okay. Have you ever heard of Archaics? I've not heard of Archaics. Is that like a rapper or something? Like an underground rapper or something? Here comes the Christians. I just see a Jesus name. Yep. Why they all show the one seeing eye sing then? Because it's excellent marketing. They know that people are going to talk about it and that will get them views, which is how they get paid these days because no one's buying music. So what do you expect? How do you expect them to make any money? They get money off of views, eyeballs, attention is what matters. And you're giving it to them. So countless artists performing occultism symbolism in their videos. No. And the ones that put pseudo occult symbols in their videos, it's all just for marketing. I promise you, when these artists get married, they don't get married at the Church of Satan, right? They either get married outside somewhere in some beautiful beach or something like that, or they get married in a church. Interesting. They get married in a church. I find it interesting that Tom Cruise didn't get married at the Church of Scientology. He got married in Italy at a church. That's very interesting. When all these rappers and all the Illuminati, when they die, guess where their funeral is held? At a church, Christian church, not at some devil worshipping underground black mass. At a church. When they stub their toe, right? When they're rehearsing for their show or whatever, doing their lines for their next movie, and they stub their toe, they don't go, ah, devil, die, demon. They go, ah, God. They call out to God, right? All of this is just for show. It's entertainment, and it's working. It's working. It's working because people like you believe it. And then you go when you talk about it, and then that creates 12 more people who believe it, and they go and they talk about it, and that creates 12 more people who believe it. Next thing you know, you got 7 million extra views on your video. You've got 7 million extra views on your website, on your product, on the service that you're promoting or whatever. That's what matters, and it's working. Where were all you conspiracy theorists when literally every rock star and their mother in the 80s were all doing all kinds of devil worship literally up on stage? No one said nothing. It's all just their creative expression. Wow, look at Marilyn Manson. He's Ozzy Osbourne. What a creative guy. No one said anything when Marilyn Manson crucifies himself upside down, not in honor of Peter, but in a mockery of Christ, a blatant mockery of Christ. You didn't say anything. You said nothing. Oh, but Meg the Stallion twerks with a snake around her neck, and God damn it, it must be the devil. Why? That doesn't make any sense. You're picking and you're choosing. You're picking and you're choosing. Hey, Manuel, welcome, brother. Do you think it's an accident that covens contain the word oven, as in you burning? Yes, because that's not how etymology works. But nice way to try to, sound like you know what you're talking about. The all-seeing eye. What about the all-seeing eye? Do they eat babies? No, they don't eat babies. Why would they eat babies? What do you think of Josephine McCarthy and Quaria? I don't mind. I mean, I don't know about Quaria, but I don't mind her. I have a couple of her books, and I've seen her speak a couple times. So from what I can see, she's fine. I don't have any issue with Ms. McCarthy. Must be crazy living in constant fear all the time. Yeah, I don't know what these people's problem is. 9 out of 10 celebrities are signed to labels cults, then others join them. What makes the label a cult? Why would the label be a cult? 666 with one hand. What are you talking about? You mean this thing? The blood gang sign? Is that what you mean? Hello, watching from Ireland. Hey, welcome, Ireland. Ireland in the house. I'm happy to show you things you've never seen. Okay, show me. Show me things I've never seen. Butterfly symbolism in videos. Yeah, what about it? Just because some YouTube channel says that the butterfly symbolism equals monarch mind control doesn't mean it actually does. Where are any occult books that say this? Where are any occult sources that say this? It's all conspiracy sources. That's like me going to the KKK and asking them, is racism the right thing? What do you think the racists are going to say? I think they're going to say yes. So if I go to a conspiracy theorist and ask, hey, does a butterfly mean monarch mind control? What do you think they're going to say? They're going to say yes. But are there any sources outside of that state that? None. You can believe you sold your soul. Yeah, you're free to believe it if you want. It doesn't mean that you did. It doesn't mean that you did. Are you a Freemason? No, I'm not a Freemason. Madonna, Last Supper of Mockery. What's the Last Supper of Mockery? I've never heard of that. You are so wrong and lost. You're going to tear your mother's heart to shreds. Congratulations. Yeah, so if you can provide any sort of foundation for what you're saying instead of just throwing out random statements, that would be great. Damn, you're so in the wrong. Same thing to you. If, please correct me. Give me some actual foundation and not some YouTube video. If people could actually sell their soul for fame and fortune, don't you think there'd be a lot more? There would be a lot more. It's Illuminati. You're wrong. Still waiting for you to provide some sort of evidence. A dark era indeed. What do you mean a dark era? Man, you're a genius. No, I'm not a genius. I just don't believe everything that I read and see on YouTube. And also, I'm an occultist, and the thousands of occult books that I've had the opportunity to read and thumb through and everything like that, I've not found any sort of rituals that resemble the humiliation ritual that all these celebrities supposedly have to go through, or if you're a black celebrity, the gay ritual, or the, sacrifice of a family member or a friend. I don't see any of this stuff in even the most diabolical occult texts that I both own and have had the pleasure of viewing. And none of these conspiracy theorists can name any occult sources that these things are in. They can only name conspiracy sources. Go watch Noah's Ark on YouTube or something like that. It's like, that's not a source. I need an actual source that would agree with this. But they don't provide any. They just keep saying, you're wrong, you're wrong. So just look at Sam Smith Oscars, people. It's pure proof. Proof of what? Proof of what? What is that proof of? That Sam Smith is gay? We all know it. Next, that's not a thing. This isn't the 1800s. That's not a thing. So what does that have to do with sacrificing children or being in the Illuminati? What does someone's sexual orientation have to do with any of that? Nothing. So, but continue showing your bigotry. That's fine. I agree. And a lot of these conspiracy theories are rooted in anti-Semitism. They are. They are. There's definitely like shady government and elite stuff, but all the Illuminati and Satanists, I think you cut off here. Government is such BS. Yes, there's a lot of shady stuff going on in the government. There's a lot of shady stuff going on with the elite. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of fraud, a lot of tax evasion, a lot of money laundering, a lot of CIA black ops stuff going on, and a lot of human trafficking, both of adults and children for both sexual needs, slavery, labor, and things like that. But where does the devil enter into any of that? Where is the drinking of the blood of the children to get their adrenochrome? And where is the worship of Saturn and all of that? I think it's the worship of money. I think all those things are related to one thing, and that is money and power, but that usually comes with money. Not the devil, not Saturn, not Moloch, not whatever other dark lord you can think of from mythology. Has nothing to do with any of that, right? There is no devil when, some Saudi prince is trafficking children. There is no devil. He's just motivated by money and power and probably blackmail. There's no devil in that. I don't understand, if some Chinese, communist decides to launder money through a Las Vegas casino, that's highly illegal, highly corrupt. Where is the devil in that? Where is the worship of Saturn in that? He's just trying to get some tax-free money. Now, sure, that's wrong, but that's not the argument. The argument is it's not Illuminati. There's no devil in that. There's no witchcraft in that. So, when America decides to literally allow drugs to flow through the border, it's for CIA black op operations because they can't go to Congress with everything and go, yeah, we want to take down this leader over in some Middle Eastern country. Congress is never going to sign off on that. So they have to do black ops, and they have to fund those black ops somehow through the drug trade, right? I think people should, brush up on their history. There's no devil in that. That's highly corrupt. That's evil beyond words. But where's the devil? Where's the occultism? Where's the witchcraft? It's not there. It's not there, not even a little bit. But no, let's focus on Epstein Island. Let's focus on some Boys Town and the Dutroux affair and all that other nonsense. Come on. You just explained marketing, but are confused about beliefs. What beliefs? Because I am an occultist, so please tell me the beliefs that I'm confused about. If you believe this guy, you will be as deceived as he is. And if you can't provide any evidence, I don't see why anybody would believe you. You don't even have a name. But that's fine. It's all symbolic and meant to give illusions. Symbolic of what and illusions of what? This guy is lost. Well, help me be found. Instead, everyone is just making statements. No one's giving any sort of foundation. So That is the most ridiculous, insane logic I've probably ever heard. I can repeat the same thing back to you. I can do exactly what you're doing. Do you have any foundation? Do you have any sources that aren't conspiracy? Like the last point says, please give non-conspiratorial evidence. Do you have any of that? No? So you can say that my logic is ridiculous all you want, but until you provide any evidence, you're just saying things. Your mouth is just moving with noise coming out. So they're all just sheep of the other herd. Yeah, that's true. This is so refreshing. Well, thank you, Czar. Wrong. Yeah, still waiting for you to provide any sort of foundation. So, lies. That's not a foundation, but nice. Solvo et coagmento. You mean solva et coagula? Or maybe in your language it's solvo et coagmento. I don't know what that language is. But if you're talking about alchemy, solva et coagula, is that what you mean? This guy thinks he's figured out life. He's lost, bro. Never said I figured out life. I'm saying that none of the elites or celebrities are involved in any sort of Illuminati sacrifice. That has nothing to do with figuring out life. But thank you for putting words in my mouth. When I put words in your mouth, you're going to report me because I'm being crazy and out of control. But it's okay for you to put words in my mouth, right? What about all the hidden symbolism? Like what? Like what? Lies, lies, foundation, foundation. And more lies and less foundation. Is plenty of people said stuff. What does that mean? People are woke now, out of the Matrix. I don't think so. I don't think so. And if you remember the movie The Matrix, when you think you're out of one layer of the Matrix, you're just in another. So I don't think that people really, I think people use that phrase a little too loosely. It's actually not working. Jesus Christ won. You sided with the father of lies. Yeah, foundation. So because I can just turn that, I could say the same thing to you. It's actually not working. I don't know. Let me pick some random god. The great Bishamonten won. You sided with the father of the ocean. Do you see how ridiculous that sounds without any kind of foundation? That's exactly what you just did. So you can keep doing it, and I'll keep calling it out every time you do it. So lies. Do you have any foundation? Cope. LOL. Yeah. I like. What is his name even? But he does that so that way nobody can actually, engage with him. So that way he can just do what he's doing right now and just lies, 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 provide no kind of foundation. It doesn't matter. To me, he's helping me with the algorithm. Like, I love how the trolls trolls don't actually know how technology works. They don't know how the internet works. They think that TikTok works like every other social media app or whatever. They must have not watched when the CEO of TikTok had, his Senate hearing 2 months ago. They didn't watch it because he explained exactly how the algorithm works. So it works by engagement and engagement only, whereas every other platform is just based off of who's popular, right? Whoever has the most money and can pay for the most followers gets promoted, right? Hence why if you're on Instagram and you go to your Discover page, every single thing you see on there is going to be viral. It's already from someone who's popular. Whereas I'm pretty sure each and every one of you in here right now, when you scroll through your For You page, you find videos that have no likes, that have no comments, because it's all about engagement, right? But see, they don't know that. Thank you for the gift. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Aman. Thank you. But they don't know that, right? So they keep engaging, and it keeps me in the algorithm. So while they think that I'm going to get a rise out of this guy, they're actually helping me get more popular. So that's why I don't mute them or I don't ban them unless they get too crazy. If they start like calling people out of their name, mocking someone's, orientation or race or something crazy like that, then yes, I'll mute and block. But when they're just in here trolling, I let them troll because it helps. And they think it hurts, but it doesn't. They really do not know how the algorithm works, but that's okay. Lil Nas X giving the devil a lap dance. That was hilarious. And guess what? It got people talking. And what did it do to his single? It pushed it right to the top of the charts. because it got attention. But they don't see that. They just go, oh, look, he's dancing with the devil. No, he's dancing with an actor. He's not dancing with the devil. He's dancing with an actor. But they believe everything they see on TV. So women play with occult symbols and it's evil, but when men do it, it's creativity and cool. Well, no, at least for the modern day conspiracy theorists, they pay no respect to gender. But back in like the 80s and stuff like that, nobody was accused of this kind of stuff when they were literally all doing it, like on stage, to be edgy and cool and everything like that. Nobody said anything. It wasn't until like the mid 90s that this stuff started, like the Illuminati and all that started to creep around. Every one of these theories are such reaches. Yep, 100%. PowerPoint to celebrities are not Satanists. I don't have a PowerPoint, but I do have a TED Talk. I do have a TED Talk on that. So you don't believe they don't do all this stuff? That's a double negative. I don't believe that they do all this stuff. I certainly believe that they don't. He's one because even if he does not think like this, the fact that you guys react so strongly. Yeah, they think that they're going to get a reaction out of me, not me. But that's fine. Thoughts on Jeffrey Epstein? Crazy fake billionaire pervert who had a lot of blackmail on people. Could I use magic to move out of my parents' house? Yes, you can. They drink the baby's blood and inject it too. According to whom? Somebody on YouTube? Some random channel on YouTube? Like, how would okay. There's only two ways that this information would be known if this stuff was real. Either you are one, right? You are one, or it's written down somewhere, right? Because if somebody was in it and they like left it and they started exposing these secrets, they'd be killed. They'd be dead, right? So David Icke's still walking around. He's not giving away any secrets. He's not saying anything because he's not dead, right? Fritz Springmeier, even though he's a convicted fraudster, people believe his nonsense because he wrote that how the Illuminati create a totally undetectable mind control slave or something like that. That crazy book. He wrote that and all the conspiracy theorists love it. But he's still alive. So the method outlined in that book must not be real because if he was giving away secrets, they would kill him. But he's still alive, right? Look at the people who do die. The Seth Riches, the Epsteins. Those are the people giving away real shit. Not the conspiracy theorists because they're still alive. So, but continue thinking on the nonsense. Why do they use so much symbolism? Who uses so much symbolism? I don't recall seeing so much symbolism. There might be one or two symbols in a video, but there's not so much. Who's using so much symbolism? Love your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, my cat Leroy. What's going on? Just debunking occult conspiracy theories. Something can also be a cult-like setting without a religious context. Well, sure, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about, people just, like even in a corporate setting, someone could, rally around a CEO and, like I'm sure Elon Musk probably has like a cult. I'm not talking about those like a cult of personality. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual religious, spiritual cults. That's because that's what the conspiracy theorists are talking about. They're not talking about just rallying around a charismatic leader who might be dubious, but he's not, there's no spiritual or religious connotation there. I'm talking about the ones that are spiritual and religious. They all do the Illuminati hand signs. They come talk to you when you do their magic. No, they don't. And what Illuminati hand signs? How do you know this? How do you know this? There's only a few answers. And I think you all are afraid to answer that because your response is going to be YouTube. You're just because unless you were in it and you're implicating yourself that you committed all these heinous crimes, you were part of it. Yeah, it had to be written down somewhere. So, where? The father of lies has cookies, though. You eat babies? No, I do not eat babies, but I would like to see evidence of that, though. Is this live fake? Is he present and answering questions? Yes. I just don't sit here and go yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I answer almost everything people put in the chat unless it's to each other. William Cooper exposed them. Who's William Cooper? This dude must be a robot. According to the person who believes that celebrities are eating babies without any evidence, I'm the robot? Okay. I'll take that. Sure. Are we like 12 right now? Yeah, I don't understand. He's answering all the comments, which take time. Thank you, Alchemic. Right, he's not answering questions though. I am answering questions. I'm reading everything people state, whether it's a question or a statement. So, to the slaughter. To the slaughter what? What do you mean? Ah, so he's just really behind. Yes. He's just answering very old chats. Yes, because I go through everything and not skipping any. Because people, especially conspiracy theorists, them and Christians love going, see, he didn't answer that question. See, he's a still. So you got to answer everything. So be patient. You didn't look it up because all the rappers and sports people are doing the symbols. I didn't look up what? Look up what? Give me a source, not you, not a YouTube video, not Fritz Springmeier's website, not a Teal Swan website. I need sources that are from because these people are supposed to be occultists, right? So I need sources from the occult, from the esoteric, from the mystical, Freemasonry sources, something that isn't conspiracy. Do you have any like the last point says, do you have any non-conspiracy sources? No? Would you say humans can be worse morally than actual demons? I think that humans can be evil without any sort of demon. I don't know what you mean by worse than demons. I've never witnessed a demon committing any acts of atrocity. Any things like that anyone's ever heard is usually from mythological sources. So I don't know what you mean by humans being morally worse than demons. But I know that humans don't need demons or a devil to be evil. Try for yourself. Summon some things. It's pretty easy. I do summon some things. I don't think you know what channel you're on. I'm an occultist, but thank you. And it's not easy. If it was easy, then maybe the celebrities would be occultists. If it was as easy as you're saying, but it's not. It's not that easy. And celebrities don't like to work. They don't like actual work. Being on a movie set for 22 hours a day for 3 months is not work when you're getting paid millions of dollars. Like work. They don't want to actually do work. And occultism takes work. It takes time, practice, and study, not 2 hours with your vocal coach or 2 hours with an acting coach every Saturday, for you to get paid your $7 million per film. Work. And they don't want to do that. So I doubt that they would be interested in any real occultism, but if it was as easy as you were saying, then maybe they would. Hey, buddy, people see what they want to see. Truth has nothing to do with it. Yeah. He's answering questions. It's just delayed because he actually answers questions. Thank you, Bright here. I like this side of spiritual TikTok. Well, thank you very much, Rome. Welcome. Satan was in charge of music in heaven. Industry is filled with people selling their souls for fame. Yeah, so that is a Protestant, which is really just a modern day cult. That is a Protestant notion. There is no actual evidence in any of the early Christian writings, any of the Jewish writings that do mention a adversary. They wouldn't call him Satan, but that do mention an adversary. There is no mention of him being the leader of music or anything like that in heaven. That's a modern day Protestant invention. That's not part of any original Christian writings. But if you have a source that shows that it's earlier than Protestantism, I'll be happy to take a look at it. Please cite the source. I doubt it's going to come, but I'll request it anyway. But I know it's not going to come. Why do people with zero status talk about things they know nothing about? Do you mean in regards to me or regards to the people who are conspiracy theorists? What what do you mean? Skr skr 666. What about the vast majority of elites that do eat babies? Like who? What evidence do you have of this? And why haven't you brought this to the police? Why are you're just going to sit on that information? You've got information of someone committing, you know, necrophilia, which I'm sure is illegal in almost every nation in this world, and you're just going to sit on that information. You're not going to tell the police. That's shows me what kind of person you are. Look at Cardi, Doja, and many more. How do you say they're not Satanists? Because they're entertainers. They're doing their job. They're entertaining the masses. Their job is to get as much attention as they can. And it's working. It's working. Doja Cat was not doing any of this stuff before she got on. I thought in order to get on, in order to get into the club, you have to do this stuff. But they wait till they let you in the club, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, then you got to start doing all kinds of occult weird shit. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. Why let you in the club before you do what you're supposed to do? That doesn't make any sense. Back when Doja was going, bitch, I'm a cow, I go, moo! Where was all the Illuminati stuff? Where was all the... It wasn't there. After she got on, and she realized that nobody really wants to hear her rap, they want to hear her do her pop stuff, she needed a gimmick. She needed an edge. She found it. That's all it is. Or else they all would be doing it. Every last one of them. But they're not. They're not. It's a marketing ploy. And that is it. That's it. And you're falling for it. You're falling for it. You're a genius. I don't think I'm a genius. Satanic Panic is the best promo ever. I mean, kind of. At least in Hollywood, they say all publicity is good publicity. I mean, most criminals, most people in Hollywood that committed crimes and were convicted of it 10, 15, 20 years ago, maybe they were canceled back then, but nowadays they're coming back with books, podcasts, documentaries, and they're making millions of dollars off of these alleged crimes that they did, right? All publicity is good publicity. In Hollywood. So if someone accuses you of being a Satanist, that doesn't hurt your career. It actually has people go looking for your stuff and they watch your videos to find symbols in it. The celebrity doesn't care why you watch the video. The label doesn't care why you watch the video. The producers don't care why you watch the video. They only care that you watched the video, that they got your view. They got your attention. So now they go, advertisers, they saw it. They saw the ad in the video. Pay me. That's all that matters. And you're missing that. You're focusing on the entertainment piece and not the piece of why they're entertaining you. Money. Money. If nobody said anything about Illuminati, I promise you within a year, it would die out. No celebrity would be doing it anymore because it's not getting talked about. Are you Christian? No, I'm not Christian. LeBron does it before every game. TV doesn't show this stuff. So then how do you know it? I've been asking that for the past 20 minutes. How do you know it? If it's not on TV, how do you know it? How do you know LeBron does it before every game? Are you there with him? So then that implicates you in these crimes? Are you a member of this? Is that how you know? No? So then how do you know this information? Who is telling you this? But I noticed this is the fourth time that I asked that question, and I'm going through literally every single thing, which is why I'm so far behind, and not one of you has answered that because the answer is YouTube. You know that that's the answer, that you learned it from YouTube. That's not a source. That's not a source. Illuminati is real. Ye came out and said he sacrificed his mom. He did not come out and say he sacrificed his mom. He said his mom died for the industry. She died for this shit, which she kind of did. If you know anything about Kanye West, his mom supported him all throughout his career, and she pretty much looked this. And I'm not. This is not me saying anything negative about her or her body weight or anything like that. But she looked the same pretty much all the way up until a certain point. And then she wanted to get liposuction because the industry started to take, I'm sure people in, whenever Kanye would post, him and her on his Instagram, or she was in the Daily Mail, or, whatever, TMZ, whatever, I'm sure in those comments, people were calling her names. People were saying mean things, probably about her weight. And so she went to go get liposuction because of the industry. And she died as a result of complications because I think it was 2 or 3 doctors denied her. They were like, no. And what did she do? What every other rich person in Hollywood does: shop around until you find someone who's going to say yes, someone who's going to take your money. And that's what she did. And it ended up killing her because her body couldn't take it. And 3 doctors told her that. So yeah, she kind of did die for the industry. He didn't say he sacrificed her. You guys take what celebrities say and you twist it to fit your own narrative, unless the celebrity is directly speaking against that narrative, then you say they're lying, right? You pick and choose what you believe, what comes out of their mouth, and it's the craziest thing. Satanist in government, like what? Like what do you mean? LMAFO, wow. Yeah, that's not an argument, but sure, skr 666. There's so much proof, how can you deny it? Present it. That's not, that's all you conspiracy theorists do. It's in our face, bro. It's so obvious. It's out there. No, it's not. Show it to me. It's not. And every time you guys call out something specific, I know what you're talking about and I correct it. And when people go and they Google these things, like the Kanye West thing, they're going to see that he didn't say I sacrificed her. He's going to say my mom died for this industry. That's what he says. Not I sacrificed my mom. But as long as it fits your narrative, right? Right? Come on. It's called a pregame ritual. It's used to get yourself in the zone. Oh, so Sean Jones is talking about when LeBron is, sitting there hyping himself up and he does, whatever. Yeah. That's it. Spooky demon ritual. Stop it. First of all, if you knew anything about witchcraft, you would know that it's not to be done in public. If we're going to go at traditional witchcraft, they have the 4 tenets of witchcraft, which you don't know anything about because you don't do any real research. You believe somebody on YouTube. But the 4 tenets are to know, to dare, to will, and what's that last one? Oh yeah, to be silent. So if LeBron is out on the middle of a basketball court in front of I don't know how many people in the stadium, plus how many people watching on TV, plus how many people are watching through the 1,000 people that are live streaming on their phones, that doesn't seem like he's being silent to me. So he's breaking one of the 4 main tenets of traditional witchcraft. But you wouldn't know that because you don't do any actual research. You believe Noah's Ark on YouTube. You believe God's Son on Facebook. Those aren't sources. Study occultism. But continue telling me, he's asleep. He doesn't know, while not providing any evidence, right? Just making statements. Hollywood vampires. Johnny Depp's band with some of the other old guys from other bands. Yeah. Do you not know that most celebrities look at Hollywood as vampiric because of the agents, because of the managers, because of the studio heads, because of the label heads, because all they want to do is suck you dry for your talent? Because, yeah, you think Johnny Depp getting a $25 million check for Pirates of the Caribbean is a lot of money. It's not. When the studio head got a paycheck of $350 million because the movie made $1 billion. Yeah, they try to suck you dry for everything. So yes, Hollywood vampires. He's not saying that he's a vampire. He's saying that the industry, Hollywood, is full of vampires. Not the celebrities, although some of them may be. Some of them might go from being a celebrity into the role of a studio head or an executive, and then they themselves become a vampire. Metaphorically, of course, because we got to be careful. God forbid I say mermaid, and they think that now all these celebrities are swimming in the ocean. It's ridiculous. Because Illuminati is a replacement to hide the word you can't say, aka synagogue dwellers. So it is anti-Semitism. So you are anti-Semitic. Bro was asleep. Yeah. Any sort of foundation or just statements? You know that you planned your life before you lived it, right? Yeah, I'm not a new ager. I don't believe in the, you chose to be here with your soul contract bullcrap. That's some new age feel good, let's all hold hands and sing kumbaya nonsense. And no, I'm an occultist, not a new ager, channel the Galactic Federation, soul chakra, and all other bullcrap. No, but it sounds nice. Hopefully he sees my. I I don't think I see anything. It's so sad that this even has to be said. I don't know what you're referencing, Skr 666. Epstein is the people who invented the synagogue. Okay? What does that have to do with people being in the Illuminati, drinking blood, doing witchcraft? Judaism is a religion. I don't know of any Jewish people that are eating babies and sacrificing children and all this other nonsense. But if you do, please let me know. You are so right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I'm right too. Just because you guys are scared don't mean it's a conspiracy. Exactly. As above, so below symbol on everyday struggle. The as above, so below symbol is right here. Because I'm a hermeticist. So this is as above, so below right here. I don't recall this symbol. Like this is the actual as above, so below from hermetic. I don't recall this being on the Joe Budden everyday, the Joe Budden and DJ Academics everyday struggle. But perhaps I'm wrong. Search up Donald Marshall. He's been a victim of the Illuminati since he was 5 years old. Does he provide any sort of foundation, or do I just have to believe him? Because I can make up stories too. And would you believe me? I'm the son of an African king. I'm an African prince. Do you believe me? I don't have to give you any evidence. I don't have to prove anything. I'm just saying this. Do you believe me? If they're not all about division and immortalization, then why so much self-abuse in music? What do you mean, self-abuse? What do you mean by that? Like the alcohol and the drugs and all that? That's just being famous. That's not just in music. That's film. That's TV. That's art. Like painting and sculpting, like the art world. The high-end art world. That's in fashion. That's in sports. That's just entertainment. That's just how famous people do it. That's just that culture. Why are they all scared when they get involved? I'm the only open one. What do you mean by that? Why is who scared? And what do you mean you're the only open one? What does that mean? Not so. It's in the Old Testament. What's in the Old Testament? The Illuminati is not the one thing or just a group that people are part of. Pop culture twisted it. Well, the Illuminati that was real no longer exists. I don't know where this new, modern day celebrities a part of this Illuminati came from. But Bobby Hemmett been exposed esoteric knowledge. Who's Bobby Hemmett? That's the second person that you named. And I've asked you who the other person was you mentioned. You haven't responded to that. Who is Bobby Hemmett and why should he be trusted? Why ain't they speaking out for us? We all know they always have opinions. Who? Like the celebrities? Because they can't. They have contracts and they're not allowed to speak their mind, or they're not allowed to pick sides. They are looked at as products. That's it. I mean, yes, they're humans and they're living and breathing, they have families and all that, but that's not how a corporation sees them. A corporation sees them like a product sitting on a shelf. And your job is to make me money. And the product sitting on the shelf does not have an opinion. The product sitting on the shelf doesn't tell me it's religion or it's political views or whatever, because the people paying your bills don't care about that. So don't talk about any of that. Just go do the movie or go do your show or go do your sports thing or whatever. Make me some more money. And if, we make some money, I'll give you some money, and then we'll call it a day. That's usually how it works. You're not supposed to have, you're free to have an opinion, but you can't talk about it. because the people paying your bills might be of the of the opposite opinion. And it got kind of tiring before every single show, before every single episode of a documentary, that the network always had to put on there the views and the views and opinions expressed in this video do not represent the network or the channel and all that other stuff. They got tired of doing that. So Isaac Cappy been exposed this. I don't believe Isaac Cappy exposed anything other than corruption and pedophilia. I don't recall any of the occult stuff, but sure. Why do you defend the elites, federal agent? If I'm a federal agent, prove it. Show my credentials or whatever. Since you know that I'm a federal agent, you must know what agency I work for, and you must have all that information. So please present it. Kardashians use baby blood facials. That's in the news. A lot of people use blood in their facials. That's not Illuminati or any sort of witchcraft. That's a medical procedure. That has nothing to do with, like, they go to I think it's a dermatologist, not to a temple, and they go underground and do satanic rituals. They go to a doctor's office, and it's usually a dermatologist. I don't see the occultism in going to a doctor's office. So, bro was responding to people who are not here. You must not be familiar with my content, but that's fine. YouTube alumni, think what you want. What kind of person usury? I don't know what that means. You're not about memorialization and division, then why so much self-abuse and music? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I dare anyone watching this to watch this link. He is the Messiah spawn of Satan. To watch what link? You did not provide a link. You think you're very smart. No, I just think I'm smarter than the average conspiracy theorist. She is under MK Ultra. Who? You goddamn right. Doja my hoe. Okay. He did respond to me, but he's not looking up facts because you're not providing any. I keep asking you guys to provide it, and you keep not doing it. You've not provided any facts. Every time I ask you to provide it, you just, oh, so what about this person and what about that person? That's not facts. But sure. Human cloning is what selling your soul actually is. Donald Marshall's been a victim since 5 years. So they can barely, get regular technology right. You want me to believe that they've perfected cloning? I don't think so. Teslas still crash. Planes go down. Wi-Fi doesn't work. But you want me to think that they've perfected human cloning? No, thank you. You look like Snoop Dogg if you had dreads. Well, unfortunately, I'm bald. I think it's hilarious that I just tried to post a video that would completely expose you. Yeah, I think it's hilarious too. But you didn't post anything. So, obviously, she rubbed shoulders with occultists in Hollywood. Who? Doja Cat? No, she didn't. Human cloning is what selling your soul. Oh, Ari, you're just repeating what you said. Why demoralize everything? In what way? In what way? This dude is lost. Then find me. Help find me. The director of Eyes Wide Shut got killed. So Stanley Kubrick, look up the age that he was when he died. I don't understand why conspiracy theorists think that when you become a celebrity that you're just supposed to live forever now. You and all your friends and everyone you've ever met in your entire life is now supposed to live forever. Because if anyone that you've ever touched dies, then you're suddenly in the Illuminati. I don't know if people are aware. Maybe this is news to the conspiracy theorists. Humans die. That's what they do. We are biological creatures. We die. Celebrities are not immune to that. Actually, if the celebrity didn't die or anyone in their family just never died, that is probably the best evidence that they're part of something from another world or from some other realm. Not the fact that they died. Stanley Kubrick was what, 79, 80 when he died? Old people die. Sorry. Young people die. Stanley Kubrick died? Okay, he was old. He wasn't 25. He was like 79. Old people die. Was he supposed to live forever? Old people die. So just because Stanley Kubrick is dead, it doesn't mean one day Steven Spielberg is going to die. Does that mean he's in the Illuminati? No, it means he's a human being who died. I don't understand. Like, so what that Stanley Kubrick died? He was old. He wasn't James Wan. You know, I think he's in his late 30s, early 40s. That would be a different story. He was like 80. So I don't get it. Also, if you knew that the Satanist elites were real and ran the world, who could you tell? That's kind of what I'm saying. You couldn't tell anybody because unless you didn't really have anything on them, they would take you out, which is why David Icke is not saying anything real because he's selling out stadiums saying this stuff. So I'm sure the elites are well aware of him, and he's not saying, Alex Jones is not saying anything because he's still around. Still around. So he refutes everything, even if he has proof. No one provided any sort of proof. I'm still waiting for the proof. So I have to send you my email to get an answer in 6 months? Huh? When did I ever tell you to send me an email? I don't recall mentioning email or my website or anything like that in this entire live stream. When did I say anything about sending me an email? Isaac Cappy been exposed to pedophiles in the industry. You see, now you're moving the goalpost. You couldn't prove any of the occult stuff, so now you're moving to the other stuff. Those other things are not in contention. Not once does anything up there say there's no pedophiles in Hollywood or there's no money launderers, there's no drug dealers, there's no murderers or hitmen or anything like that. Those things do exist. The argument is the occult. Where is the occult? You're moving the goalpost. Because you can't prove the occult stuff, now you want to start dripping in the real stuff. The real stuff I already talked about. And that stuff is not in contention. It's the occult stuff that's in contention. I'm not going to let you move the goalpost. This is another reason why I read everything. Because you guys try to move the goalpost. I'm not going to let you do it, Pablo Son. You've been in here saying all kinds of nonsense. I've asked for evidence and you've provided, along with everyone else, you provided none of it. But now that you don't have anywhere else left to go, you decide to now bring in some of the real stuff. No, those real things are not in contention because they're real. You can't contend against something that's, I mean, you can, but you're going to lose. So I'm not going to contend against the stuff that's real. I'm contending against the occult. There is no occultism in any of this. That's my contention. I date people who work with Donald Trump and in Hollywood. They are the ones who made me see it. Like who? Let's get some names. Human cloning is what selling? No, it's not. Like Mr. Beast's friend Chris has demons. He says he is Legion. When did Chris say this? I don't recall this. When did Chris say this? That he has Legion, or that he is Legion, or something along those lines. They want eyeballs. Oh, you mean like attention? Okay, I thought you meant like they really want actual eyeballs. You mean attention? Yes. When did you become a Fed? When you hired me, Muddy. You're my boss. You're my CO. Come on. You hired me, Muddy. Don't hide, Muddy. Don't hide, Muddy. Guys, I'm a federal agent and Muddy hired me. Muddy is my boss. He hired me and he pays me the paltry sum of $65,000 per year to sit up here and lie about all this stuff. Come on, Muddy. You hired me. Life career as Satan doesn't hurt at all. What do you mean life career as Satan? Have you worked with Santa Muerte? I've not worked with Santa Muerte, but I used to have a Santa Muerte backdrop. If you click on my page and you look at some of my older videos, I used to have a backdrop of Santa Muerte. That was my background for like a year and a half. Donald Marshall exposes the Illuminati to this day. You keep saying that, Isaiah, but it doesn't make it true. This dude is speaking half truths. Hollywood is evil. Then can you do what everyone else is not doing and provide the other half then? Like, will you be the one person who gives non-conspiratorial evidence? Because that's what I've been waiting for. So if I'm giving half truths, and instead of just saying that, can you provide the other half? Provide the other half. Symbols in the video were there before people believed in Illuminati's. Are are you saying that there are symbols in videos that existed before people believed in the Illuminati? Is that what you're saying? The Luciferian Al Temple? So much pain is coming to you. Yeah, if you mean from God or something like that, it's been 20 years, 21 years, and still yet to happen. If you're threatening me, then bring it on, because we believe in the Second Amendment here. So bring it on. Oh my God! Finally, someone says facts. Thank you, Judo Chop. Tupac been talked about the Illuminati. Didn't talk about sacrificing children or drinking blood or anything like that. He's talking about the industry that is taking advantage of its artists. He wasn't talking about killing children and practicing witchcraft. So TV shows, it doesn't tell you, hey, he's doing it. I don't know what that means, Sean Jones. What does that mean? Donald Marshall is the source you're looking for. Donald Marshall is not a source. If this person is saying that he's been, cloned since he was 5 years old, that's not a source. That's someone who probably needs to see a psychiatrist. So you say they need to report the activity if they see it, but there's no way to stop them. I mean, if they're real as people say that they are, there would be no way to stop them. But that shouldn't stop you from reporting it. That shouldn't stop you from having a conscience and morals. Or do you just go against them? So it's okay for you to be party to a crime, like the killing of children, the rape and the selling of children. It's okay for you to be party to that, and that plays no bearing on your soul. But someone who decides to put on a dress for a movie role, they've sold their soul to the Illuminati. I think what you've done is worse, and I think if there is a God, he would judge you harsher than someone who just put on a dress for a few $1,000,000. You witnessed children being abused, and you didn't say anything. So I think you would probably be in the worst when it comes to those two scenarios. But that's fine. Well, what would be true sources to you? Occult sources. So these celebrities, these elites, they're supposed to be occultists, right? Well, there's plenty of occult books and courses and workshops and all kinds of stuff. Do we have any occult source? Because that's what these people are supposed to be, right? So where are all these humiliation rituals written down? Where are all these gay rituals written down? Where are all these sacrifice rituals written down? An occult source would be not someone on YouTube, not a conspiracy source. Right? Again, going back to the racist example, if I go to the Klan or to the Aryan Brotherhood and go, is racism the right thing to do? Is that the right way to be? They're going to say yes, because they have a dog in that race, right? But I wonder if I were to go to a non-racist scientist, a statistician, and ask them, scientifically, is it okay to be racist? I think we know what they would say. So that's what I'm looking for. That's the kind of source that I'm looking for. Not a conspiracy source. Not something that's going to self-fulfill the prophecy. I need an outside source, preferably a source from the exact same thing that these people are supposedly coming from, that says this stuff. That's a source. They Illuminati are real. How would you call the cops and stop them? So you wouldn't call the cops to stop them. You would call the cops to report them, because you have a conscience and morals, and you just witnessed a child, or whatever happened. You just witnessed that. Bohemian Grove, come on, this is already proof in itself. Bohemian Grove doesn't prove anything. That video that was, filmed on a Motorola Razr from 2002, that Alex Jones took, when he broke in to the Bohemian Grove. Yeah, he broke into a place with all these elites. He broke in. Sure. The most elite bodyguards in the world. He got past all. Alex Jones. Have you seen Alex Jones? Alex Jones got past the most elite. I'm talking CIA trained, Spetsnaz trained, Mossad trained, MI6 trained agents. Alex Jones, fat guy from Texas, got past all of them and broke into Bohemian Grove and filmed a 10-minute theater play. Because that's what was going on. There was an audience and there were people on stage and they were doing theater. They were being entertained. I don't see the Illuminati or the devil or anything like that. If the Illuminati control everything, you can't stop them by calling the police. No, but you can report it. You can report it. Kanye also said Jordan did it. Jordan did what? CIA funded TikTok Live. You would know, Tem, right? You're one of my agents, right? Bobby Hemmett been exposed to the industry. That's her. No, he didn't. He works for the FBI. Yes, Muddy, you would know. You're my boss. You hired me. The government has you brainwashed. No, I think the government has you brainwashed. I think the government has you brainwashed, but that's okay. Tell us about the old Illuminati. The one that Isaac Weiss, it was just a group of anti-Christians, and they wanted to just drink and, ha ha ha, we're all into the esotericism. We're into enlightenment. Ha ha ha. And that's really about it. There was nothing to it. I'm spamming at this point. You don't see me? What do you mean, Twinkle Eyes? There's a PPE violation. Blood, poor face, bad. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. New World Order. What about it? What about the New World Order? The Freemasons are the predecessor of the Illuminati. Do the Freemasons not exist? What Freemasons? What are their names? I don't know the Freemasons. Bobby Hemmett is an occult practitioner. I doubt that, because you said that he is exposing. So you're saying that he's exposing while still being a practitioner? That's kind of counterintuitive. That's kind of like double mind, and that's illogical. So the casual witch / pagan doesn't matter, bro. There is an immense amount of evidence. No, there is an immense amount of conspiracy. There is no evidence. There's just conspiracy. What's the Freemasons' part in running the world? Nothing. The Freemasons don't run the world. You're not Bakanga. You're not worthy of any. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know what Bakanga is. I'm not Bakanga, nor have I ever claimed to be Bakanga. I don't know what that is. So, well, they don't deny it. They don't deny what? Cloning exists for real, but not like that. Yes, so cloning, cells and stuff like that do exist, but like cloning a fully functional human that like can replace like you and no one would know the difference, that's not a thing. And that's what these people think is like going on. Dolly the sheep was cloned in the 70s. Yeah, but not the way that you're thinking. Right, that was a DNA cloning. That wasn't, they took me, put me in a machine, and then another me came out of another machine. That's literally what you guys are thinking, and you're going to say no because it makes your point. But that's what you think. You don't think that someone took blood and then incubated an egg, and then that egg produced a child. That child grew up. that's not what you're thinking about cloning. You're literally thinking like this is some Stewie from Family Guy type thing. You get into the cloning machine and another you comes out, and that's not how it is. They're all decadent, hedonic invalids. Well, I don't think they're invalids. They might be decadent, and a lot of them might be hedonic, or however you say that version of hedonist. But that does not make it occult. That does not make it satanic. That does not make it Illuminati. Don't move the goalpost, right? That's not in contention. What's in contention is that they're in the Illuminati, that they're occultists, that they're Satanists. That's what's in contention, not that they're decadent or whatever. You think the public has access to the most advanced tech we have? That's DARPA. No, I don't think I ever said that the public has access to any such tech or anything. Why is it offensive? Why is what offensive? Why is what offensive? World Fairs incubator babies cloning been happening. World Fairs incubator baby? What are you talking about? WikiLeaks is real. It is real. Can you point me to a WikiLeaks that talks about, Illuminati and child sacrifice and all that other stuff? The part about defending elites. What do you mean? You are in a dream world. No, I'm in the real world where, the real conspiracies is corruption, child trafficking, and things like that, money laundering, tax evasion, not, Saturnian cults and adrenochrome. I don't know why people die on these conspiracy hills so hard, zero evidence, because they've got nothing else going for them. So, WikiLeaks is true, yeah, but where is the? Can you point me to a adrenochrome drinking, MK Ultra torture type WikiLeaks, please? So funny how people think that the Illuminati is such an evil organization. Well, they don't exist anymore. So, the actor in The Passion of the Christ is calling out Satanists in Hollywood. What actor? Jim Caviezel, the guy that played Jesus, or one of the other actors? Most of which were foreigners, so I'm not too familiar with European actors. I mean, other than Vanessa Paradis or Gerald Depardieu, someone like that. But outside of them, I'm not really familiar with European actors. So unless you mean Jim Caviezel, who played Jesus Christ, I don't know who you're talking about. And I also don't recall any Jim Caviezel talking about Satanism in Hollywood. I know he talks about his faith a lot. But he's, I don't see him talking about Illuminati. WikiLeaks is true, yes, but where is the Illuminati? Where is the occultism in that? The Illuminati was created by a guy who couldn't get into the Freemasons. Bro was avoiding my question, just picking and choosing. No, I'm reading everything. You and everyone else who's a conspiracy theorist in here keep avoiding my questions. I've been asking you guys to provide me some sort of evidence. Brandon Marshall was one because he's been getting cloned since 5 years old. That's not evidence. That's schizophrenia. And what's that other guy's name? Bobby Hemmett, who apparently is an occultist but also exposes occultism, which doesn't make any sense. So I don't think anyone's ignoring anything other than you guys. So I bet most of the people that are climbing in have a Mason lodge in their own town. Yeah, there's a lot of lodges in a lot of towns, but the Masons aren't bad or anything like that. WikiLeaks is real and true. Yes, but where is the occultism in that? Can you point me to an occultist WikiLeaks? I like to post Illuminati Satanist conspiracies on my 14K account. I love grifting. Well, that's cool. Not sure why you're saying that here, Geek Links. You should probably just go live and post Illuminati Satanist stuff. What about Corey Feldman, who tried to expose Hollywood and said they are powerful people? Yeah, that's not in. So where up there do I say Hollywood's not powerful, and where up there do I say that Hollywood isn't perverted? Corey Feldman was talking about him getting abused when he was a child. Him and, well, not a child, a teenager. Him and Corey Haim, the two Coreys. Yeah, I'm familiar with all of this stuff. So you're not going to be able to pull a fast one on me. When Corey Feldman, a few years ago, if you recall, he came out talking about he's going to do a documentary, which hasn't come out yet. Where is this documentary? He says that he was going to come out with a documentary, go to his GoFundMe, give him all this money. He would raise millions, and then he would go away for 2 years. Then he'd come back and go, I'm going to come out with this documentary, go to my GoFundMe, give me money so I can make the documentary. He would make a couple million, go away for a few years, and we haven't heard from him. Sounds like he's the one doing the grifting. He's not exposing anything. He just needs to remain relevant. There's no expose from Corey Feldman. But Illuminati 700 card game expose all the events. I have the Illuminati card game. So that doesn't prove anything. That's a card game based off of the conspiracy theory. So you're absolutely right. Literally all of these theories are anti-Semitic. Yes. Sean Jones, I think his name was, basically admitted earlier that he was an anti-Semite. So tell us about the old Illuminati. You've already asked that, and I already answered that. 9 Ether Being. Oh, is that why you accuse me of not answering? Because you're not listening? So because you don't listen, I'm not answering your questions? No, that's not how this works. I've answered that already. And sorry that you didn't listen and you didn't hear, but that's your problem, not mine. Hidden in plain sight. They don't hide it. You spelled sight wrong. But what is hidden in plain sight? Nothing. The Illuminati are not the real power running the world. They are a front. Well, the Illuminati is not real. So they're not a front or running anything or anything like that. They're not real. So WikiLeaks is real and true. Yeah, you keep saying that, and I keep asking, but can you give me a WikiLeaks on occultism, on people drinking blood, or anything like that? And you've not provided an answer. You just keep saying WikiLeaks is real and true. That doesn't say anything. Hollywood is full of children. Sure. Hollywood is full of child abuse. Yeah. But that's not in contention. You guys keep, every time you can't provide evidence for the occult stuff, you try to move the goalposts. I'm not denying that there are perverts and weirdos and corrupt people in Hollywood. I'm contending that they are not in the Illuminati. I'm contending that they are not part of the occult, that they are witches and drinking adrenochrome and all that. But you keep moving the goalpost. Oops. There's a lot of comments to go through. Be patient. Yeah, these guys are just, they don't know how. They're used to being in the live streams of 19-year-old yoga pants wearing, crystal healers who just sit here and just go, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I don't have a boyfriend. No, no, no. Right? And that's not me. There are pedos everywhere. It has nothing to do with the elite. Yeah, but you can't talk sense to conspiracy theorists. There is never a scenario where the conspiracy theorist is wrong, ever. If the celebrity says I'm not in the Illuminati, they're lying. If the celebrity decides to say, okay, then I'm going to play into it so I can make money off of this, then they go, see. There's literally no scenario where they are incorrect. As if the elites rule by not having everything pre-planned and conspiracy covered in advance. Well, if you know that, the only way you would know that is if you're part of it. So how would you know that? Tell us about the old Illuminati. You keep asking that. I've already answered that. Does the Illuminati really exist? No. I think they're theistic Satanists. They're not. Satanism is just the worship of self, and by that metric, most celebs are Satanists. So that's Anton LaVey's version of Satanism. That's not like legitimate Satanism or anything like that. That's Anton LaVey's 1970s version of Satanism. But that's not Satanism. And he didn't answer my question on theistic Satanism. I literally just did. Have some patience, Vape Kashi. Don't you like anime? Don't they teach you like patience and all that? Maybe you should listen to your cartoons. I like the stream idea more than the countless prove God exists ones. Yeah. Oh, you mean Parker and Caleb and those guys? Theistic Satanism is different from Satanism or Luciferianism. Theistic Satanists worship the biblical Satan. I wouldn't say they worship the biblical Satan, but they certainly do acknowledge a devil character. All right, that's you guys talking to each other. Y'all literally just keep making shit up. Yeah, I don't get it. Contend against what is real, like mental illness. Why would I contend? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I contend against something that's real? You're going to say there was no slavery next. No, we can prove slavery. There's like literal evidence. Not go watch someone's video, right? Go watch the black man's video on YouTube. That's not evidence of slavery. Oh, go look up what so and so said. That's not evidence of slavery. We have actual evidence, actual recorded history of slavery. Where's the recorded history for any of this Illuminati sacrifice stuff? None. So Chris said he was Mr. Beast. We are like a legion. We are one. We are many. The video's on YouTube. Okay. I'll look that up. But what does that have to do with witchcraft and drinking blood and Illuminati? I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with the Bible story of the man with leprosy that Jesus took the demon out of and put him into the pigs, and then the pigs ran off the cliff into the water. I'm sure a lot of kids, especially ones that went to Catholic school and stuff like that, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with that. The Illuminati is not real. That is correct. Aquamation is human remains in our food, tap water, and sprayed on the crops. Okay. What does that have to do with any of this stuff? That's like a whole other thing. That's like big pharma and all that. I'm not talking about big pharma. We're talking about occultism, Illuminati, witchcraft, baby drinking, blood, adrenochrome, not spraying crops. WikiLeaks is real and true shoes. Oh, and I think you mean shows. Hillary talk about Moloch and ancient deity. Okay, what should I look up for that? Because I'm pretty sure if I just type in Hillary talking about Moloch, WikiLeaks, that's not going to bring up anything. So what should I look up to find a WikiLeaks article about Hillary Clinton talking about Moloch? Why do Jewish people make up most of Hollywood elite business owners? Because they were the ones that founded Hollywood? That's like asking why when I go into Chinatown are all the businesses owned by Chinese people? Because they're the ones that founded the Chinatown or Little Korea or Little Saigon or whatever you got in your major city near you. They were because they over here on the, like, if, okay, so you don't know the history. So over here on the East Coast, they were trying to break into the entertainment business and they were not allowed because they were Jewish. The Catholics ran everything over here on the East Coast when it came to entertainment. And so the Jews went west and they set up out in the desert and everyone was like, ha ha ha, you're stupid. No one's going to come out there. But they put their money to work and they basically made a new industry because they weren't allowed in the old industry. They were trying to get involved in theater and theater, Broadway, like that predates film. I hope you know theater goes all the way back to the Greeks. Well, here in America, it was pretty much run by the Catholics over here on the East Coast. And they would not let Jewish people rise above a certain status. So they were like, all right, we're going to go do it ourselves. And they did it and they did it better. And now you guys hate them for it, and so you accuse them of all kinds of nonsense. So, because they were just smarter than the Catholics. Look up the video of Chris saying he is Legion. It's on YouTube. Chris from Mr. Beast says the line. Okay, I will look that up. But again, even if Chris does say that, that doesn't have anything to do with them being in the Illuminati or being witches or anything like that. Again, a lot of people are probably familiar with the Bible story of Jesus removing the demon and putting it into the herd of pigs, and then they run off the cliff. Just because he uses that as like a euphemism doesn't mean anything. Or with that logic, everyone that says Jesus Christ is a Christian. You know, whenever they're angry or they don't believe something, they go, Jesus Christ. Because they invoke the name of Christ, they must be a Christian, right? If Chris just saying, you know, he is Legion, playing on, you know, the biblical story, if that is evidence that he is a devil worshiper, then anyone who just simply invokes the name of Christ, that's evidence of them being Christians. If Hollywood is evil, how do you expose it, survive, and they're found guilty? You wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you understand what you're saying, Vape Kashi. The fact that people like Fritz Springmeier, like David Icke, Rex Bear and Billy Carson, all these other people that are supposedly exposing the elites and all this other stuff, the fact that they're still alive shows that they're not exposing anything. Based off your own logic, if Hollywood is evil, how do you expose it, survive, and they're found guilty? You wouldn't. You wouldn't survive. And then based off of you not being able to testify, they wouldn't be found guilty because you would not survive. So if this stuff is real, then either no one is exposing it because all the people who claim to be are still alive, or the people, it's not real and the people are making it up. What about WikiLeaks? What about it? What about it? Hunter Biden hasn't even been found guilty and he's a criminal. Yeah, but he's also the son of the president. Let's not pretend that if you were the president and your son was being, indicted or charged with something, that you wouldn't use your power to get him out of it. You would. I know you would like to think that you wouldn't, but that's because you know that you're never going to be president. So you know for a fact you'll never have to deal with that. So it's easy to say what you would do in a situation that you know is never going to happen. But I promise you, if you had some power, you would use it. Everyone who gets power does. So especially when it's their children, no one's going to be like, okay, well, even though I have the power to help you and stop, the bad thing from happening to you, child, I'm not going to. Yeah, you're not going to do that. I think the FBI said they lost Hunter Biden's laptop. I doubt that they lost it. It's just he's the son of the president. So good luck. WikiLeaks is real and true. Yeah, you keep saying that, but you're not telling me what to look up. At 0.2% of the global world population. I don't know what that means. What do you know? You're not in it. In what? The Illuminati? No, because it's not real. And neither is drinking baby blood or adrenochrome. So yeah, no, I'm not in that. I'm in the occult. I am an occultist. And none of the occult texts that I've been exposed to, no matter how diabolical, mention any of this stuff. So look up BlackRock. I don't need to look at BlackRock. I know what BlackRock is, and I know who runs BlackRock, Sam Blankfein, and his cronies. I'm very familiar. I went to school for finance, so I'm very familiar with the financial markets and how that works and who runs all that. So I don't need to look up BlackRock. I'm very familiar with BlackRock. But what does BlackRock, being, the largest owner of most of the media conglomerates and entertainment conglomerates in the world, have to do with them drinking blood or being, witches or anything like that? You guys keep moving the goalposts. You keep bringing in things that are not in contention. It's an example that you can't just report the elite? Or what? Or what would happen if you start reporting the elite? You'd get killed, right? You get taken out, right? So why are these people who are still exposing the elite, which would be reporting them, why are they still around? Either the elite don't have the power that these people think that they do, so they're not exposing anything, or they're lying. Israel him, not the moon. I don't know what that means. I'm supposed to report the Illuminati, but risk my family to report them just not to be found guilty. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to be a martyr to expose the Illuminati, but everyone isn't. That's the difference. Okay, so then do it. Provide the evidence. Why aren't you answering me, bro? I am user 22,892,999,090. You keep saying the same thing over and over again, that WikiLeaks is real and true, but not giving me what to look up in order to find this Hillary Clinton video or document. It's all just beliefs, including what you're saying. Nope, it's not a belief. I feel like this is pre-recorded. Why? Because I don't get to you as fast as you want me to. Sorry, the world doesn't revolve around you. There are other people in here asking questions and making statements, and I'm reading them all because people like you would love nothing more than to go, see, he's not answering, he's skipping my question. So I'm relegated to read everything. This is the world that you created. So now you got to live in it. Don't be mad. Don't be mad because I'm not giving you the opportunity to say, see, he skipped my question. If I was present to see the Illuminati do something, I'd report it. But everyone can't be expected to because they put their entire family at risk. Some people are scared their family could get hurt. Well, number one, you're assuming that everyone has a family. Not everybody has someone, waiting for them at home, or, might be an only child and the parents are dead or something. Not everybody has a family. There's plenty of single men and women out in the world who've really got nothing to lose, that go to Hollywood and that get exposed to these, whether you're just a waiter at the party, you're the girl bringing drinks and you happen to look into the wrong room and you see something you're not supposed to see, or whether you're someone who's supposed to be there, you're one of the celebrities. There's plenty of single, non, family oriented people that are there. So I'm not snitching what I know. That's cool. I'm not saying I'm fighting or anything. I wouldn't fight. Okay, well, they probably wouldn't. They probably can't fight. That's why they would just pay someone to take you out. They usually are not big, brawny, Dwayne Johnson looking type men. They're usually scrawny, middle-aged men who, probably don't have much strength in anything, but they have a lot of money. So I'd report it and accept that my food might have ricin in it. It's very easy to say what you would do when you know it's never going to happen. So he said he walked in. He walked in what? Satan Claus, anagram of Santander Claus. No, the bank Santander does not have anything to do with Satan. They let him in. Who? And they probably thought he was with the elite. Okay. That doesn't make any sense. So they don't know who's supposed to be at this party and who's not. They don't know who's supposed to be there. Like that, come on. You're dealing with the world's wealthiest people and you're not going to have a list. You're not going to have security. Like, stop it. You're just trying to make up things to make your point seem valid, but it's not. You go ahead right now, find an elite party somewhere in New York or Miami or LA and just try to walk up in there. They're not going to let you in. Moloch, the owl god? Yeah, what about him? I don't think there's any Canaanites left. But what about, the Canaanite owl god? He's one of them, this guy. Sure. Do you have any evidence of that? Or are you just mad that you can't prove any of this without using a conspiracy reference, and so now you move the goalposts. Pre-recorded. Nope, just don't get to the questions as fast as you want me to. How is that not the devil? Because it's not. That doesn't. Where is the devil in that? I don't see the devil in that. Ali Vegas, the smart rapper, 3-6 Mafia, have all told firsthand stories about Illuminati rituals. No, I think they've told firsthand stories about industry rituals. Things that you might have to do for your label or your studio or something like that. I don't recall them talking about anything magical, right? I don't recall them ever saying you have to cast a circle at a certain time on a certain day and invoke certain powers like, you know, the planets or the fixed stars or the elementals. I never heard them say anything about, you know, wearing lamens and, you know, using seals and sigils and using materia magica or the vocis magicae or the nomina magicae or anything like that. Yeah. You know, someone from a 3-6 Mafia saying that they saw some guy go into a room with another guy and he heard grunting. That's not evidence of devil worshipping ritual. That's evidence of maybe that guy went in there and had sex with another guy and now he got a job. Might not be moral, but I don't see the witchcraft there. So the Illuminati does exist. According to what? Cap. Okay. Uncap it. Part of Freemasonry is signing vows of silence. So then how do you know any of this? If they sign vows of silence, what would be the punishment for breaking that silence? Just you get a finger wag and that's it? No, I think it would be death, right? So then how do you know this? Either you are one of them or you're making it up. So how does he know? Ask yourself, because I'm an occultist. I've already said that many, many times. None of you can answer how you know. I keep asking that, and none of you can answer how you know because you know the answer is, I saw it on YouTube. And you're all afraid to say that because you know that is the answer. That's how any of you know this. You learned it on YouTube. Illuminati is real and you should repent. No, it's not, and no, I shouldn't. Thoughts on Advaita Vedanta? I don't study Eastern esotericism. I'm a Western ceremonial magician, and I study Western philosophy, Western occultism, not Eastern. No hate, friend, but what would you say about celebrities saying they worship Satan? That they're using edgy, trigger words in the media to get attention? Why don't the ones? So where are the wealthy? It's usually the ones who just get on or who are struggling with some sort of financial problem that say this stuff. You don't see like the Jay-Z's, the Rihanna's, the Mariah Carey's, the Aerosmiths, so the people who actually have money and who don't need to say wild and crazy things in the media to get attention. Just their presence brings attention. Those people don't seem to be saying this stuff. It's only the people who in 5 years we'll forget they ever made music. We'll forget that they ever was in a movie or a TV show. Those are the people who tend to say these things. The people who don't really have any longevity, so they need a quick attention thing because they have an album coming out in 2 weeks, or they have a new show or a movie or something like that. So. What do you know? A lot more than you. You're yelling at people like you ain't got a 15-minute delay. Yelling, never yelled, didn't raise my voice not once, but go ahead and keep doing ad hominem attacks because you can't answer any of the questions that I'm posing. So I'm taking the time to read every single question, but yet all my questions, none of you can answer. And the number one question is, how do you guys know any of this? And you're all afraid to say what the answer actually is because not one of you has given me an answer. YouTube. You all know that that's where you're getting your information from, YouTube, and you don't want to say it because once you say it, you know that everyone in the chat who thought that you might have a modicum of legitimacy, it'll all go down the drain the minute you go, yeah, you're right. I did it on YouTube. The Fall of Kabbalah explains that Jewish satanic mysticism. What's the Fall of Kabbalah? Is that a book? New Rock City? What's the Fall of Kabbalah? I don't know what that is. This guy sold his soul. Well, then I got a bad deal. Where's my yacht? Where's my big booty Latin girls? Where's my mansion? Where's my private jet? Right? Where is my Drake-sized jet? If I sold my soul, I must have got a bad deal. Yet here I am still defending them for some reason. That's very interesting. Elon bullet points 3 and 5 need a lawyer. Which statement exactly? What do you mean Elon bullet points 3 and 5 need a lawyer? I don't know what that means. Michael Aquino, the military officer and PSYOPs admitted and founder of the Temple of Set, admitted to what? What did Michael Aquino admit to? Because I don't recall him admitting any sort of Illuminati, devil worshipping, adrenochrome drinking, anything. What did he admit? What do you think of Baphomet? I think that was Eliphas Levi's way to depict duality. He didn't know how to say it in words, so he drew it. And he even, years later, he even said that he probably should have taken the time to probably try to explain it in words, because the drawing doesn't exactly add up to what he was trying to say. But yeah, that's Baphomet. Jesus loves you. Repent of your sins. Aw, thanks, Brendan. He loves you too. How nice. You are wrong, bro, because these people are well protected. That's not a reason for me being wrong. But okay, thank you. Countless celebrities have admitted to being part of the Illuminati, and countless celebrities have said that no such thing exists. So now who's right? So let's pick and choose who's lying and who's telling the truth. That's why God destroyed many nations. If you're a Christian and you believe in that, sure. It's a secret, so you wouldn't know, genius. But you know, right? You know. It's a secret, but somehow you know. So you must be part of it all. You must be a pedo and all that, right? Apollo Stig? How else do you know? Isn't this all just a continuation of the old anti-Semitic conspiracy of bloodline? Yep. It's all anti-Semitic. Elon Musk had Baphomet on his Halloween costume for 2022. Yeah, I'm going to let you read that again. Elon Musk had Baphomet on his Halloween. This wasn't July and he's just wearing a suit going into the Twitter offices. It was Halloween. I'm sure you can walk outside your door on Halloween and find a lot of people dressed as the devil because it's Halloween. But please continue with your nonsense. You might have a point if it was a random day in March and he was walking around the Twitter offices wearing a Satan suit. But it was Halloween and he was at a Halloween party. Did you want him to wear regular clothes at a Halloween party? Like, you're ridiculous. Imagine Dragons, Jim Carrey, and many other celebrities have admitted to being part of the Illuminati. I've never heard of Imagine Dragons saying anything about the Illuminati. Jim Carrey, you're talking about him being on, was it Jimmy Kimmel or Stephen Colbert or something like that? He didn't say anything. He didn't admit to anything. He just made all kinds of symbols, and he would go, "You know what that is? Come on, what is it?" And then Jimmy Kimmel, "I don't know. You tell me. You're the one doing it. You know what it is." That's not admitting to anything. That's two comedians doing a show. That's not admitting where was the, are you not familiar? Do you not know how courts of law, do you not know what an admission is? That, like, where is the admission? In him going, you know what that means. You know what it means. Come on. That's not an admission. It's a secret. That's why you don't know. And yet you know somehow. So. Look at Doja Cat's tattoo on her forearms. Your points are all disproved, sir. So because Doja Cat has tattoos on her arms, that disproves that she doesn't sacrifice children and she's not a witch and she's not a Luciferian and a Satanist and all that. I don't think so. But sure. They worship the devil. We got born in the darkness. It's a common L, but we can make it out. Don't worry, guys. They don't worship the devil. What evidence do you have of that other than they're rich and I'm not? And what do you mean we are born in darkness? What does that mean? Look up exactly about Hillary Clinton and Moloch that on TikTok. You'll see. But wait. I thought you said it was WikiLeaks. Now you're saying it's on TikTok. I don't want it to. I want to go to the WikiLeaks website and see it there. I don't want to see a video from a conspiracy theorist. I want to go to the WikiLeaks website. So what do I need to look up on WikiLeaks? I want to find. I don't want to research someone else's stuff. I want to do it myself. So looks like you're trying to change your story up. You said it was on WikiLeaks, but now all of a sudden it's on TikTok. The Illuminati is real, and many celebrities have admitted to it. Jim Carrey, Imagine Dragons. I don't recall Imagine Dragons or anything like that. And again, Jim Carrey did not admit to anything. Best way to hide something is to put it in your face. What are they hiding, and how are they hiding it? Look up on TikTok exactly what you said about Hillary and Moloch, and you'll see. Yeah, but you said it was on WikiLeaks. I don't want a TikTok video. I literally said like it says, non-conspiratorial evidence. The WikiLeaks, I'll accept that. I will not accept it on a TikTok. I want to see WikiLeaks. So what do I look up on WikiLeaks? Cognitive dissonance is very strong with this one. Yeah, so that's when you can't provide any evidence. That's a common comeback. Do you have any non-conspiratorial evidence or no? He's lost. No, you just don't have any evidence. Certain European Jews admit to satanic mysticism. Okay, but we're talking about celebrities. We're not talking about European Jews. So don't move the goalpost. He's got his apron on the wall. My apron, these are banners. But you could try to make ad hominem attacks if you want because you can't prove any of your points. Just shows your level of intelligence. But that's fine. He doesn't want to debate real people. I'm literally answering every single question. You guys don't want to debate. I'm asking for, like, one guy says, spent literally a half hour repeating over and over again, WikiLeaks, 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 look up Hillary Clinton, Moloch, WikiLeaks, WikiLeaks, WikiLeaks. I say, okay, I keep saying, okay, what do I look up? And then he found, look it up on TikTok. I thought you said it was WikiLeaks. Now it's on TikTok? No, you guys don't want to debate real people. Individuals like this dude are here to undermine the facts of the Illuminati. Facts that you can't provide. Just by you saying that there are facts doesn't make them facts. Or else you're a murderer. That's a fact. I don't need any proof. I don't have to prove it. You are a murderer. You kill people. That's crazy. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop killing people. Do you see how ridiculous that is? Me just saying it without any kind of evidence? That's ridiculous. Right? That's what you're doing. You're just saying it. And I keep saying, do you have any proof, any sort of evidence that's not conspiratorial? Nope. You guys just keep repeating the same things over and over and over again. The WikiLeaks are real, for real. Podesta brothers are trafficking children. CIA are in it too. So that's not in contention. You guys keep moving the goalpost. No one is saying that the CIA isn't trafficking children or that trafficking children is not. Where is the drinking of their blood? Where is the witchcraft? You guys keep moving the goalpost because you can't prove the witchcraft. You can't prove the occult stuff. You move the goalpost. But that's okay. Agent Smith. No, I think the Agent Smiths are you guys not able to provide any sort of evidence. But that's fine. Hidden in plain sight. Where? You keep just making statements. That doesn't say anything. That doesn't prove anything. He's trans. Get it? Yeah. Ad hominem attacks. When you can't prove anything, Apollo Stig, you just attack. So, the real power is the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah. Skyrim is a video game. Okay, the Elder Scrolls is a video game. It's not real. But I'm the crazy one. You think that the Dark Brotherhood from the Elder Scrolls is real, but I'm the crazy. Okay. Okay. Controlled opposition. Even if I was controlled opposition, I think the best way to defeat me would be to actually provide evidence, to stop talking and to give me evidence. Like user 22 billion or whatever, who kept saying WikiLeaks, WikiLeaks, WikiLeaks. Look up on WikiLeaks, Hillary Clinton and Moloch. And when I go, okay, what do I look up? Oh, check it out on TikTok. No, I don't want someone else's video that's edited. I want to see WikiLeaks. Now all of a sudden, he don't got nothing to say. Stop it. David Ive, I think you mean David Icke, lives on the Isle of Wight. It's an island, no ferry after 11 p.m. Okay, what does that have to, okay. I don't care where he lives or that there's no ferry after 11 p.m. What does that have to do with anything? Definition of a Satanist realist. What does that mean? Are you asking me the definition of a Satanist realist? I don't know what that means. I don't know what a Satanist realist is. Bro, what most people who expose it are looked at as crazy, so regardless, they don't care. Well, they should care. These barbecue corn chips are tasty. Thanks for letting us know. Plus, if they kill just anyone who speaks out, it'll become way more obvious. No, they do it all the time. They do it all the time. There's ways of making those people die without bringing any sort of real suspicion on. Of course, all the conspiracy theorists will make their accusations, but without, I mean, luckily this is Saudi. I mean, this isn't Saudi Arabia. This is America. You need evidence. You can't just accuse people of things and then they just go to jail. You need evidence. And I know that the conspiracy theorists don't like that because they have not provided it once. But you will never ever burn us by the stake anymore. What? I think you are on the wrong side of this fight. A lot of celebrities are in the Illuminati. Oh, you're back. You're back, guy with no name. In thoughts on William Burns' meeting in 2004. Who's William Byrne? I don't know who that is. Bob Dylan admitting to selling his soul. No, he did not. Because you're a low-level occultist, LOL. And so you're high level? So you are a baby, so you abuse children, you drink blood and all this other stuff? Is that what you're admitting to? Truth seeker? That you're a high-level one? Because how else would you know this stuff? You don't believe in any conspiracy theory? No. So because I don't believe in the conspiracy theory that you believe in, that means I don't believe in any of them? No, I believe in the real conspiracies, like corruption, money laundering, drug trafficking, human trafficking, arms trafficking, tax evasion, fraud, murder for hire, those types of things. Those things are real. The devil, celebrities going behind the Walmart and drinking blood, that's ridiculous. That's Hollywood nonsense. I don't believe in that. But common conspiracy theorist, common Christian, common New Age, come back. If I don't believe in what you believe in, then I must not believe in anything. Like, that's ridiculous. But that's fine. I rest my case. He's in the occult. Yes? Click on, are you are obviously not familiar. That's never been and did not look at my channel. All I do is promote and talk about the occult. Yes, I'm in the occult. So he's Illuminati and wants to find evidence to destroy you. Be careful. Yes, I'm here to destroy. Yes, I'm here. Yes, you got me. You got it. You got it right. So now I want everyone to go follow Apollo Stig, because if he's still alive in these next few days, then he must have been lying, because he just exposed me and I'm in the Illuminati, right? So therefore now he must go. He has to be taken. I can't stand for this, right? So follow him and let's see if he's still around in the next month. Satanists, Illuminati, WikiLeaks, all these things are nothing more than false buzzwords. WikiLeaks is real. Satanists are real. So I'm not sure what you mean by false buzzwords. Not sure what you mean by that. There are a lot of ESA practitioners in hip hop. I'm not familiar with that, so I wouldn't know about ISA or ESA or anything like that. I'm not super familiar with the ATRs and the ADRs. He's a cult. He's one of them. Watch it and watch you, Apollo Stig, because you should be taken out soon, right? If everything you're saying is true, you should be on the hit list. So we'll see. We'll see. What sort of occultism do you practice? I practice grimoire tradition. I practice neo shamanism. I am initiated into the Elderwood tradition of witchcraft, and I practice hoodoo. Gene Simmons loves to be possessed by demons. No, he does not. Elon Musk wore a costume with Baphomet. Yes, he did, because it was Halloween. Almost everybody wears costumes on Halloween. I'm not sure why that's a weird thing. Hey there, with the sacrificing children, I do believe that because of Allie Carter's story. Um, who is Allie Carter? Like Aaron Carter and Nick Carter's sister or something like that? Who, like, why would she be part of it? She's not famous. She's not in anything. So, if they do have a sister named Allie, I don't know if they have a sister named Allie. I know Allie Lohan, but I don't know Allie Carter. Excuse me. You don't really have any idea, do you? I guess not. Would you care to enlighten me, Robert? And he totally ignored it. Ignored what? The FBI has come out about its role of the assassination of Fred Hampton and COINTELPRO. Yeah, sure. But that has nothing to do with witchcraft or Illuminati or Satanism or anything like that. That's murder for hire. That's not any kind of demon worship. She was a trafficking victim. Okay. So she was trafficked, and that sucks. But where is the devil in any of this? I wouldn't let him be my lawyer. I wouldn't let you be my anything, Apollo, because you can't provide evidence. You just make statements. You're not providing any sort of foundation or any kind of evidence. But International Tribunal for Natural Justice, and the judge was killed after. What are you talking about, Michael? How does one go about selling their soul? They can't. There's no way to do that. Many are outwardly Kabbalists or practicing occult witchcraft. I don't know any celebrities that are actual Kabbalists. The couple that claim to be like Madonna or whatever, they're only doing it for aesthetic. I've not seen any actual Kabbalistic anything from any celebrity. And the ones that do practice witchcraft, like Kaylani or Azalea Banks, are open about it. The rest of them, it's just all conspiracy theory. The federal government has admitted to killing people who don't fit their agenda. True. But that's not devil worship or drinking children's blood or, sacrificing kids or anything like that. Thoughts on the eye pyramid stuff in the media? If you mean like in music videos and stuff like that, marketing. In logos and stuff like that, same thing. A logo is for a company or a brand for them to be synonymous and to be known. A super popular symbol, especially nowadays, is the all-seeing eye because of the conspiracy theories. So they put it on there so people talk about their brand, and the next thing you know, their brand gets sales. So if I wanted to sell my soul, who should I call? Ghostbusters. Prove to us there isn't a group of people sacrifice children. So that's not how the burden of proof works. The burden of proof is on the person making a claim. I'm not making a claim. I am anti the claim. The burden of proof is on the claimant. I don't have to prove that I'm not guilty or that I'm innocent. You got to prove that I'm guilty. So that's how the burden of proof works. It's on the claimant. So you don't know your God. No, I'm quite familiar with my God. An ignorant man hide from the truth. Yes, like the vast majority of the people in here. That's true. He's trying to get you to incriminate how you proved it. Watch out, they're watching. If that's the case, then why would I be repeating everything that you're saying, Apollo Stig? Make it make sense. Show us proof of your claims. I've claimed nothing. I've made no claims. I'm anti the claim. That's not a claim. I don't think you understand how it works. But thank you. But you don't believe in the satanic cults? Haha. What do you mean I don't believe in? There are groups of Satanists, yes. But they're not running the world or any kind of nonsense like that. Prove to us none of this exists. That's not how it works. You keep saying that. That's not how it works. You can't, like, that's not how the burden of proof works. You can't just make up your own rules. You just listed a bunch of common crimes. Those aren't conspiracy theories. Yes, I know that. I'm saying that those are the things that are not in contention. Maybe you should listen and pay attention, Corey. Maybe try that. Try that. This guy is delusional and a hypocrite. That's fine, but feel free to provide evidence. You are confused and sick. Yeah, you're a new ager, Robert. You sit here and host lives of alien creatures and, trying to tell people that all they have to do is open their heart space and all this feel good, let's all hold hands and be friends nonsense. Meanwhile, the world around you is burning to the ground. Meanwhile, kids are being abused. Meanwhile, people are being trafficked. Meanwhile, governments are conspiring against you. But instead, you want people to focus on fake cryptid mantis alien beings and, singing Kumbaya. I prefer solutions. But continue with your Galactic Federation nonsense, Robert. Some of us know because we are victims of the Illuminati. No, you're not. You might be a victim of a crime, but there was no devil in that crime. Celebrities are Satanists. They are just out of touch. They're not Satanists, but you listed crimes. Conspiracy theories are about theories about secrets, usually in the government. Yes, I know that. You are not. You don't know what's going on. So thank you, Corey, for your input. Thank you. You have no idea what is going on. Don't threaten my life. I'm warning you. Warn me. Warn me, Apollo Stig. Warn me. Because he is an angry boy. Robert, you block and mute everyone who comes on your live and criticizes anything you have to say. No one in this live stream has been muted or blocked. No one. The same people who have been spewing nonsense since I started are still here. You can't say that on your own live streams, Robert. So you can't say that I'm angry because anytime someone comes on your live stream and criticizes your little alien groups, you're quick to ban them. And guys, we don't do hate here. We don't do the hate thing here. If you're gonna come in here and bring the hate, I'm just gonna block you. We don't do that here. It's only love and light and positive and all that bull crap. So if anybody's angry, it's you. All the trolls are all still here. None of them have been blocked. None of them have been muted, but you can't say the same. So I don't think I'm angry. I think I'm letting these people say whatever they need to say. But he won't answer the question I asked 1,000 times. Demond, this is the first time you've said anything. But thank you for that. Wait, my reply didn't write. Yeah. A lot of people keep accusing me of not reading. Yeah. So you're a Dungeons and Dragons nerd? No, I actually don't like any sort of video game, card game, tabletop game that deals with the occult or TV shows or movies or anything like that. Because I really do this shit. Taylor Swift admitted to being a witch. When? Spells over fans. When? Concerts her fans call her to summon demons. When? You're just making statements. You're just making statements. Just say you're a D&D nerd. Don't need to say that because I don't play D&D or anything like that, but thank you. Taylor Swift admits to being a witch. No, she did not. Just like you admitted to being a pedo? Is that the same thing? Taylor Swift admits to being a witch at the same time you admitted to being a pedo? Is that what's going on here? And I don't need to provide any proof of that. So I'm going to start holding up a mirror to you guys. I'm going to start making crazy accusations and not have to give any kind of proof, because that's exactly what you guys are doing. So, Alexandria witchcraft. What is Alexandria witchcraft? Like witchcraft from Alexandria, Virginia, or witchcraft from Alexandria in Egypt? If you want to talk Hillary Clinton, let's talk about her role in why Libya is the way it is. Now there we go. Now we're getting into actual conspiracy theories. There you go. Some real stuff. Not this Illuminati nonsense. Some political corruption, some real stuff. But they don't want to talk about the real stuff. They want to focus on the fakeness of Illuminati. Who are you? I am the mystical rebel, Robert. You should know who I am. You've muted me many times in your live streams because I question you. You're not a shaman. You're a D&D nerd. Well, thank you, Corey. Thank you for your input. Always appreciated. Mystical rebel, I'm taking you down now. You're done. Okay, I'll be here waiting. I'll be here waiting. He's not a D&D nerd. He's just silly. Can you provide any sort of validity to anything that I'm saying, or no? Text me and I'll show you some stuff. Why would I text you? I don't want your number, nor do I want you to have my number. If you have something like you said to look up Moloch along with Hillary Clinton on WikiLeaks. I asked you, what do I look up? And instead you said to look it up on TikTok now. No. Where is it on WikiLeaks? You are delusional, friend. I'd rather be delusional than a new ager who thinks he's channeling aliens. So, this guy doesn't know anything. He hasn't proved anything. Yeah, I don't have to prove anything. I'm not the one making a claim. You don't know how claims work, but that's okay. That's fine. But I don't have to. I'm not making a claim. The burden of proof is on the claimant. So. It is called the third eye. I didn't say anything about the third eye. So the pineal gland. Yeah, I didn't mention anything about the pineal gland. So I don't know why you're saying that. He keeps ignoring the questions. No, Demon, this is only the second time you've said anything. And both times you're accusing me of not answering your question, but you've not asked a question. But thank you. Well, you're wrong. Well, can you provide the truth? No? Just more statements like everyone's been doing, just saying things. Ever wonder why all these Freemasons came out of the woodwork all of a sudden? When? What are you talking about? Least obvious Fed. My thing is, bruh, even if these celebrities do witchcraft, what does it have to do with, like, me? Well, they don't, but it wouldn't have anything to do with you. But they don't. Have you seen Schwab in his robes? Klaus Schwab? Is that who you mean? Klaus Schwab? Because they're about to be sacrificed. Who? I can't lie. If I was famous, I'd mess with conspiracy theorists as well. Well, I don't think they're messing with us. I think they're using it because this stuff wasn't done before people started talking about it, right? Nobody was doing any of this stuff before people were actually talking about it. So I don't think that they're playing with us. I think that they're playing into what we're saying in order to make money. That's what's going on. They're not messing with us. They're playing into it. Madanba is a liar. I don't know what Madanba is, but thank you. I can't listen to this puke. Yeah. So once you start getting attacked, you can't take it, Robert, which is just like you do on your channel. The minute someone comes in there and challenges you, you mute them and you block them. Everyone who's been talking nonsense is still in here talking nonsense. No one's been blocked. No one's been muted. No one's been anything. So you're either purposely trying to ruffle feathers or blind. I guess the ruffle feathers part. Because if I'm blind, then open my eyes. And I keep asking for that, and no one can do it. No one can say, sure, go read this book by Dr. So-and-so from, MIT, who's sourced annotated reference. No one does anything like that. They tell me to go watch YouTube videos it's obvious, bro. It's right in front of our faces. That's not foundation. That's not evidence. But, goodbye, blind man. Goodbye, Robert. Goodbye. Standard for you. Ariana Grande used many Kabbalist references in her music videos. Like what? Give me a Kabbalistic, and it's called Kabbalistic, not Kabbalist. So give me one of the Kabbalistic references that she made in her video. They try to say that Lucifer and Satan is the same. They're not the same. You're not in the UK. You're in the USA talking occult and threatening me. You threatened me, Apollo STG. You said that you're gonna end me now. It's over. But right here waiting for you. It wouldn't be so easy to find evidence if they were doing it. So then how do any of you know this? If it's not easy to find the evidence, how do any of you know this? None of you have been able to answer that question. Because you all know that you all have the exact same answer. You learned it on YouTube. I can't believe this shit. Neither can I, Robert. I can't believe that people like you exist. You come into my live expecting to be treated with respect and things like that, but you can't give that in your lives. So I can't believe this shit either, Robert. I really can't. Just because there is no evidence doesn't mean you should assume that they're not doing it. Yes, you should. Yes, that's exactly what that means. Are you a Satanist, sir? No, I'm not a Satanist. Awful live broadcast. Well, maybe next time, Robert, you'll like it if I put up a picture of some random fake alien being and just start reading from some channeled book, the knowledge book. Maybe you'll like it then. Why would you seek answers from this guy? Because I actually give answers. I don't just tell people to go do their own research. I don't just say it's obvious, it's in front of our faces. I actually give set sources, foundation. Waste of time. Yet you're still here, Robert. That's very interesting. You said you can't deal with this shit like 10 minutes ago, yet here you still are. Very interesting. Yes, you are making the claim. No, I'm not. Don't care if celebrities are Satanists. Then why are you here? Explain Bohemian Grove, a place where rich white men, usually Republican, go to meet and drink and smoke cigars and have dinner and watch plays and all this other stuff. What about it? You don't take testimony as evidence. They use it in court. Yes, corroborated testimony. So this guy threatened miles away. You are a hard man. No, you threatened me, Apollo. All I said was I'll be waiting right here. But sure, take that as a threat if you would like. Why are there symbols built into city streets? Like what? Do you see how this comment is ignored? It's proven. No, it's not ignored if I read it. But that's cool. Stay asleep and stay here, Robert. You keep saying that you're going to leave. You can't take it anymore. You're out of here. This is shit. And yet here you are. So I'll stay asleep as long as you stay right here, Robert. I'll wake up the minute you leave. How's that? Deal? Deal. A lot of salty people in this live right now. A lot of salty people. Unlike Robert, they're all still here. Robert would have blocked every last one of these people. But not me. Man is God, or at least the creator of the idea of a God. I don't believe that, but that's fine. The anti-claim is your claim. That's not how it works. But go ahead and make up your own rules if you want. I'm new here, but I'm continually impressed with your patience. It's not that I'm patient. It's that I know how the algorithm works. The trolls think that they're getting a rise out of me, but it keeps me in the algorithm. TikTok algorithm only cares about engagement, which are comments and likes. That's all that they care about. And the fact that I'm not blocking any of these people should show that I'm playing the algorithm. But no, I guess people don't understand how it works. But they're actually making me more popular. This people, the more that people like Robert, and the more that people like Kevin Drick or whatever his name is, and the more that people like Papaya, Papasso, and all these other people, it keeps me in the, it keeps me staying on the For You page. So, how do you know? Are you running the world? I'm an occultist. That's how I know. Man is his own existence. Okay. What about the picture that was leaked at the garden? What picture? Like, what picture that was leaked at the garden? The garden. The only places that I know that are called just the garden is Madison Square Garden. I don't know any pictures that were released at Madison Square Garden, and the Garden of Eden, which there were no cameras. So what garden are you talking about? This is proven. What is proven? Thank God this guy's here to defend celebrities and the elite. I know, right? Thank God. I'm defending occultism, not celebrities and the elite. But thank you for your input. But you are claiming that it's not real, so that in itself is a claim. That's not how the burden of proof works. Good boy, Massa approved. Well, Massa, can you provide evidence of any of this stuff, or are you just going to make statements like everyone else has been doing? And he going to ignore it. Ignore what? I'm literally reading everything. You guys just get mad because I'm not one of these 19-year-old yoga pants wearing girls who just sit here and go yes, no, yes, no, yes, no to every question. And then if I did do that, you'd be like, see, he's not answering anything. There's no way to win with you people. Dude just read some BS books and all of a sudden he knows what the elite do. Yeah, and you watched a couple of YouTube videos and you think you know what the elite do. I can play the same game as you, but what you can't do that I can do is provide foundation, is provide sources. So what's the purpose of Epstein Island? Trafficking? To traffic young women? To blackmail people? Where's the witchcraft? Where's the blood drinking? Where's the devil in any of that? I doubt bro has even left the city. I've actually been to several countries, but you don't know how to read. All you know how to do is watch YouTube videos. So I wouldn't expect you to know anything. People don't know how the mind works. That's the issue. People are manipulated constantly. That is true. The elites have sacrificed children. Sacrifices happen every day. Would you like us to prove? Yeah, I would like you to prove that the elites are doing it. No one is saying that sacrifice isn't happening, but that the elites are doing it, that people who are world leaders are doing it. Yes, prove that, please. Dirty Sinatra. Yes, I would love for you to prove that. Satan was in that crime. Yes. How so? You're just making statements. Taylor Swift admits to being a witch. Spells over yeah, you keep saying that, but that's not proof of anything. Or again, you're a murdering pedo and I don't need any proof. So hate New Agers. Yes, I do. Victims didn't choose that life path. Ridiculous. What do you, okay. So you're saying that you hate New Agers because you believe that yeah, okay. Yes. I'm on the same page with you. Real House Witches of the OC, Real House Witches of the OC. Is that Orange County or Ocean City? Well, you don't have to dox yourself. Sorry, I didn't mean to ask that. Never mind. I feel adults ought to be screened before being allowed to have children. I agree. If I said what I'm thinking when it comes to you, I'd get arrested. I'm sure you would, Apollo Stick, because you got nothing else better to do. Are you a celebrity? No, I'm not. Do you know any celebrities? That depends on how you mean no. Like personally, no. Why is everyone so sensitive? I have no idea. What credentials or evidence does this guy have to back any of his claims? I'm not making any claims. You guys are, and you're mad that you don't have any evidence to back up yours, so you're trying to move the goalpost. But I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm going to call it out every time you do it, so that way everyone knows exactly what you're doing. You have been warned. Can then consider me warned. Let everyone believe what they want. Who cares? Because I am an occultist. And when lies are spread about the practices that I practice and do, that's an issue. So Did you take notice my comment is ignored when I got him with his lies? You didn't get me, and I've read every single thing you've said, so, but that's cool. You guys love pushing the blame on the devil. Yes, they do. Freemason here. Okay. So you're a Freemason, Franklin Beatty, and you're warning me? All right. Well, then consider me warned. Taylor Swift admits to being, yeah, you keep saying that, and then you're going to just keep saying I'm ignoring it, and then that proves that, that I'm lying or whatever, but I'm not ignoring it, I'm reading it. You're not saying anything, and that proves nothing. So, Jesus is king, sure. I want to enlightening. I don't know what that means. You kind of do have an immature attitude. I thought witchcraft was about growth. So you're saying that I have an immature attitude because I'm asking for evidence of claims and no one's giving it to me? Interesting. Thank you, Cruz Morga. I think the Illuminati is huge in Hollywood. Well, they aren't real. I'm blocking you. Okay, I doubt you are. I'm sure in about 30 seconds I'll see another comment from you, Apollo Stig, but sure, you're blocking me. Okay, we'll see. Do you know what a Satanist is? Yes, I do. It's the inversion of everything that's true. No, it's not. That's the Christian version of Satanism, not the satanic version of Satanism. But thank you. Powerful people love cults and debauchery. It's normal. I don't think so. At the very least, a lot of pedophiles. Ask her. Yes, I can gel with that, but there's no occultism in that. That's the argument. No one's saying that there's no pedophiles. No one's saying that there's no corruption. No one's saying that there's no murder and anything like that. What I'm saying is that it's not a cult. That's my argument. And everyone just keeps ignoring that. And then they keep moving the goalpost because they can't prove the occult stuff. Then they go, oh, well, what about the pedophilia? And yes, those things happen. Where is the occult in that? What do you think about mindfulness and meditation? Very useful, but not the be all end all like the New Age people like Robert, who was in here before. They would want you to believe that mindfulness and meditation is it. That's all you need to do, and you're a super spiritual person. No, there's more to do. There's more work to be done. Yes, she did. That's not evidence that she did. You just saying she did is not evidence that she did. Again, you're a murderer, and I don't need evidence. You kill people. You should be in jail. You are a murderer. I don't need evidence. I don't need to prove that. Because if you don't have to prove your claim, I don't got to prove mine. So do you see how ridiculous that is? Do you see how asinine that is? You don't. But that's how ridiculous you look. The way that I just looked by saying that you're a murderer without any evidence, that's how ridiculous you look. And everyone else in here who is saying all these nonsense things. False accusations are serious. Well, sue me. Do something about it. You won't because you can't. What are you proposing? I'm proposing you to prove it. You said to prove this is Dirty Sinatra. You said that the elites are sacrificing people, period. People are sacrificing others all around the world. Do you want me to prove it? Yes. Prove to me that elites are sacrificing people. Yes, I do want you to prove it. Taylor Swift admits to being a witch. Nope, you just keep saying that. What do you care for? Celebrities sell their soul. Because these are the practices that I do. And they're being lied on. Admit it, that Jesus is king. I'm not a Christian, so why would I admit anything like that? You use negative personality aspects for your own gain. In what way am I gaining here? Where do you see my Cash App anywhere for people to send me money? My Venmo, my Bitcoin wallet? I mean, how am I gaining here? You see links to my website to go buy anything that I'm offering. How am I gaining here? Hillary Clinton is a voodoo high priest. No, first of all, she's not going to be let into voodoo. There's requirements for that, and she does not meet them. And she wouldn't be a high priest. That would be for men. She'd be a priestess. But no, she's not. If Jeffrey Epstein's island and all the elites that were on it isn't satanic Baphomet, I don't know. It's not. Just because bad things happen there doesn't mean that the devil, why does it have to be, why can't humans just do bad things all on their own? Why does there have to be a supernatural entity that made them do it? Maybe humans should start taking responsibility for their own shit. Okay? You can't just blame the devil every time you do something bad. Jeffrey Epstein can be a pedo and a trafficker all without the devil. I don't understand why the devil has to be part of that. That's the most ridiculous thing. Maybe take responsibility for your own actions. How about that? How about let's start with being an adult, right? Let's start there and not blame something else or someone else for your problems. Let's start there. Donald Trump literally admitted to cheating in hide and go seek, and he called a false timeout. This guy's trying to get man taken down or arrested. Wow, I thought you were going to block me, Apollo Stig. Huh. You got to try better at your trolling. All of you got to try better at it because you think it's working, but it's not. You're actually helping me stay in the algorithm. You're helping me grow. So I truly appreciate all the trolling. But if you need lessons on how to troll properly, I can show you. I hold lessons on Twitch every Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So please join up because this is asinine trolling. You are failing, Apollo STG. This is insane. He's responding to everything, falling behind. No. See, Corey, normally I would like people like you, but you spent like an hour accusing me of not reading anything. This is recorded. And now that you finally realize what's going on, now you want to switch sides? No, I'm not going to let you switch sides. No. Just keep accusing me of not reading anything. Keep accusing me of being a recording. Keep it, please. You were better when you were on the opposite side of the fence. I don't need you on my side now. Just go ahead and continue with the asinine accusations because the trolling helps. So just go back to that. Go back to trolling me. I don't need you guys on my side. Keep trolling because it keeps me on the For You page. So please, Corey, go back to the other side. I don't need you over here. I need more views. So do that, please. Hillary Clinton is a very evil person, sure, but what makes her what makes her drinking children's blood? What makes it witchcraft? Nothing. He likes his voice too much. Can't keep up with the commenter. Thank you. There you go, Corey. Now you're back on. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now you're back on the right side. Love it. He is lying. Demons talk. Yeah, the truth should be able to present itself, and you're not. So you're obviously not telling the truth. But thank you. Let's meet and have a cup of tea, and I show you what the UK is like right now. It's nice. Yeah, I thought you were going to block me. So are you a liar now, Apollo Stig? I thought you were going to block me. Yes, he does ignore the truth. No, I'm literally reading everything you're saying. When you're deceived, when I'm deceived about what? And for the record, the world will evolve, not end. I didn't say it was going to end. So thank you for putting that on the record. Now we all know. Thanks. I don't know what you're trying to say here. He's not even a Freemason. Yeah, thank you, Brother Hummingbird, but these people are ridiculous. I actually agree with you. Your lives prove how easily people are manipulated and programmed. It does. It does. There's a lot of people still sleep. Of course, they accuse you of being asleep, but I love watching Christians have a meltdown about other fictional stories. I came out of my lodge. I guess it could be considered woodwork. That was good. So do you not believe that the rich program people to keep falling into the rat race? I do. That has nothing to do with witchcraft. That has nothing to do with Illuminati or drinking blood or any of that nonsense. You can't back up your claims, host. I'm not making a claim. What makes you so sure they don't do witchcraft and don't traffic kids? Didn't say they don't traffic kids. Don't move the goalposts. They don't do witchcraft because I do witchcraft, so I know what witchcraft looks like. They're not doing any of it, especially in public. If they did witchcraft, they would know the 4 tenets of witchcraft: to know, to dare, to will, to be silent. And doing it in public is the opposite of being silent. So any of these celebrities that are being accused of doing magic on stage or in a music video, that's the opposite of keeping silent. That's actually being very public. So they're breaking the first rule of witchcraft, which would render them null and void. But I wouldn't expect any conspiracy theorists to know about the 4 tenets of witchcraft because they don't actually do any research on anything. They just believe whatever they see on YouTube. You haven't acknowledged anything. There's nothing to acknowledge. I'm here to correct misinformation on occult conspiracy theories, not acknowledge anything. They don't know how African spirituality works. Yeah, no, they don't. They think that Hillary Clinton's a voodoo priestess, so they have no idea about voodoo or anything like that. The evidence is given. You've given no evidence. You saying Taylor Swift is a witch and she casts spells on people is not evidence. Murderer. Hollywood is filled with pedos. I read long ago even. Yeah, that's not in contention. What's in contention is that it's not a cult. Watch my videos on TikTok. Proves he's a liar. Yeah, I don't want to watch a video. I need evidence. Your video is not evidence. Videos can be edited and things like that. I need occult sources that would agree with you, and you can't provide any. I read long ago that John Travolta was a child victim. John Travolta didn't get famous till he was an adult, so I don't know why he or how he could have been a child victim. See, this is all Satan has. What? Asking for a proof? I could argue this is all God has, is just making statements. That's all God is good for, just saying things. Not proving anything, just saying it. You have tubes coming out of you if you keep talking shit. Okay, I'll keep talking shit, Apollo Stig. I thought you were going to block me. But, has Rihanna say, live your life? Huh? He gives as good as he gets. I don't know what that means. They are lies. The truth can be proven. Then prove it. Celebrity is Satanist. No, they're not. You can cuss him all day and he don't block you. Ha ha ha. Yeah, because it helps the algorithm. So, Jesus is king. Okay. As a witch and occultist, I do think this live is a waste of your energy. However, you are meant to teach. Well, thank you very much. I don't think it's a waste of energy. But hours card taken from Bel Air. I don't know what that means. Jeffrey Epstein, all the elites that he's connected to, they're mostly pedos at the top. Sure, but that's not in contention. He does ignore your videos. It's called deception. Yes, I ignore the videos because they're conspiracy theory videos. Why would I want to watch a conspiracy theory video? Do you have any actual occult evidence that proves any of this, or no? Or no? There is a book on the Illuminati. He should read it. I most likely have. That's why you haven't given the title, because you know that it's probably going to be a book that I've already read. But what book are you talking about? Because if there really was, you would have given the title. But you just say that there is a book. So, bro said picture leak from the garden. Yeah, I don't know why he said that. When you're an occultist, you won't admit to the deception. What deception? You're the one deceiving people. That's why you can't give any evidence. But sure, please keep deflecting. That's cool too. Jeffrey Epstein and all the elites he's connected to, they're pedos at the top. Yeah, that's not in contention. Don't threaten me. Didn't threaten you, Apollo Stig, but go ahead and keep living in your schizophrenic fantasy. When was the last time you heard of Jeffrey Epstein? Like 2 seconds ago? When you're covering up with the lies, you won't admit it. What lies? What lies? Oh, holy crap, it's 11:30. All right. Let me, because I'm 100 messages behind. Let me get down to like 15. There we go. Not all celebrities are Satanists, but it's clear as day that most are. No, they are not. Are you an initiate of Buity? I've never heard of Buity. What is Buity? I'm not an initiate of that. I've not heard of Buity. Even cloning is real, not in the way that you're thinking. This isn't some sci-fi movie. Elliot's could be into weird shit. What's an Elliot? You're not my bro until you accept Christ. Well, then I guess we'll never be bros then, huh? Christ was Muslim. Quran speaks on how it started. I doubt that, but thanks for sharing your Islamic point of view. Who cares about algorithms? Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air head. Oh, that's your take on a joke. Carlton, I'm bald. Carlton's not bald, but I'll let you try again. Islam says the sun sets in a muddy spring of water. It's safe to say it's garbage. Nothing to see here. Don't let this snake fool you guys. Yeah. Yeah, don't let me asking for evidence of claims fool you guys. Do people believe this? Yes, they do. Freemasons vampirize kids according to Crowley. Yeah, Crowley's not in authority on anything except Thelema. Best book I read on the Illuminati is The Secret School of Wisdom. Very, very well researched. The Secret School of Wisdom. Who's that by? Go see the setting. Go see the sun setting on a beach looking at the sea. What? If you want irrefutable proof of demons, go to Gottfield, Nevada, Fox Hill Park, Nevada, 66 House, Nevada. I'm not asking for proof of demons. I'm asking for proof of people being in the Illuminati and sacrificing children and drinking blood and all that other stuff. Egyptian Book of the Dead. Spells involve killing kids and eating the pineal gland. Okay, I have a copy of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. What chapter what book and chapter within the Book of the Dead should I is this found in? David Kent, you're the one that said that. So what book and chapter is this found in? And we'll go look at it right now. Who is this gatekeeper? Well, not a gatekeeper. I don't think you understand what a gatekeeper actually does, but way to misuse a word. That just shows your level of intelligence right there. But I am the mystical rebel. They're well documented, and I have audio of some. Okay, can you provide it? Funny guy. I thought you were going to block me. Ah, black. That makes sense. Hey, Jammy. Glad to have the Aryan Brotherhood here. What's going on? Occultism is so interesting, dude. I think so too. OTO, yeah, yeah. That's Crowley's little group because he got kicked out of the Golden Dawn. Do you worship any particular god? So I don't worship God, being that I agree with the essence and the energy distinction. But I go through Thoth if that counts for anything. You don't know Booty and you call yourself a voodoo guy? I never once called myself a voodoo guy. I literally, when someone said that there's a lot of ISE in hip hop, I think they said, I literally said I don't know much about the ATRs and the ADRs because I'm not an initiate. So I don't know where the hell you heard that I'm a voodoo guy, but you are grossly picking and choosing what you want to hear. The pentagram is not evil. Didn't say it was evil. What are your thoughts on the digital ID CBDCs? I do not agree with CBDCs. The central banks do not need to have any say over currencies, well, over digital currencies. No, stick with the fiat for government. Carlton is well off. Is a well off short king. Well, I'm not short. I'm 6'1". I'm not well off. I'm not rich or anything like that. Which I guess proves I'm not in the Illuminati because they're all rich and famous, right? So. Do you worship Baphomet or some other deity? I don't worship any sort of deity because I agree with the essence and energy distinction. Crowley was also an expert on gravity and craftsmanship of stairs. That is very true. It is by Joseph Wages. It is not conspiratorial. Okay, I will look this up. So, how do you spell his name? Joseph Wages. Here we go. The authentic rituals and the doctrines of the Illuminati. All right, let's see what this is about. Yeah, so this is talking about the classical Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati, not the celebrity. This is about They were in the years immediately prior to the French Revolution. This is not about this is not about what we're talking about. This is about the classical Illuminati. You must have not been here during the first maybe half hour of the live stream where we discussed that already. This is not about modern day Illuminati. This is about the classical Illuminati. Why can't people just be open to others' views and beliefs? I don't know. You really need to ask God to show you that he exists. I believe in God. I don't think you understand what a hermeticist is, but thank you. The Bible talks about killing kids too, but I know that wasn't literal. Well, if you ask the Christians, it was very literal. I guess all these conspiracies are cult-based. Why do they keep bringing up God instead of talking? I don't know. Babylon's, it was a literal thing. You mean like the country? Babylon, Sumeria, Mesopotamia? I'm sorry, I misheard. No worries, no worries. Are you familiar with the works of Kenneth Grant? Yes. I'm not a fan of Kenneth Grant. He's very on the Luciferian side, like dark chaos magic type stuff. I'm not really into that. How do I become initiated? It depends on what you want to be initiated into. But you most likely would want to find a group that practices whatever you're looking to practice and see if they're seeking any new initiates and find out what you got to do. They'll usually want you to study with them for like anywhere from 6 months to a few years before they, agree to initiate you. I'm just saying, being compared to Carlton isn't an insult like some may imply. Oh my God, lay off the fluoride and you'll be able to see it all. Well, what was his name? Apollo Stig definitely meant it as an insult, but he's terrible at trolling. So, God is a personal being. Ask God to show you himself. You don't know what Hermeticism is, so that's fine. Babylon the prophet used the name of God to do so, but one must study the spiritual side of the Bible. Okay. So many people in Hollywood said it. Said what? How do you know the elite celebrities, and how often are you around them to be so sure of what they do? I don't know any celebrities or elites, but I'm an occultist. So I would know occultism when I see one. Just like if you're a chef, you would know someone cooking food when you see it, or if you're a doctor, you would know someone doing medicine, practicing medicine when you see it. I'm an occultist, so I would know occultism when I see it, and none of them are it. Michael Jackson said it. He did not say anything about the occult or devil worshipping and everything like that. Unless you mean when he said that Tommy Mottola was very, very devilish, that's a euphemism. Obviously Tommy Mottola is not the devil. What does the essence and energy distinction mean? So that's a theological thing. Short version, essentially, the humans can never know the true essence of God because God is so far removed from humanity. He exists outside of space and time. So, and we exist inside space and time, and there's many layers between us and God. So because he's so far removed and humans can never know him through his essence, we get to know him through his energies, his energeia, his generation. These are the lesser gods, the lesser deities that he created. And so in the case of the Hermeticists, this would be the fixed stars, this would be the planets, the elements, things like that. So have you studied Kabbalism? You mean Kabbalah? Kabbalism, not really a thing. Or Gnosticism, yes. I don't practice either, but yes. There is footage of a satanic ceremony in the Bohemian Grove. No, there is not. There's footage of a theater play being done in front of an audience, but no satanic ceremony. If you think people just, asking because this is all that happened on the video. Some guy was asking a question like, oh, you think that you can get away or something like that, and then just laughs, and then the audience claps. I don't know what kind of what kind of Satanism you think is going on, but that's not Satanism. But sure. Do you believe in like a universal chaotic force? Define chaotic. What do you mean? The occult symbolism, the one eye, the sign of Harpocrates, 666, etc., is evidence. No, it's not. That's not evidence of anything. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's not evidence of anything. Are you in Hollywood? No, I'm not in Hollywood. The fluoride stare. That's a common response from someone who can't provide any kind of evidence. Oh, so this dude just thinks he knows everything. So when you can't provide evidence to a claim, you throw attacks as if I know everything. I never said I knew everything, but you're just mad that you can't debunk anything that I'm saying. So, are you reading? Are you reading anything good at the moment? I'm reading currently the Secret History of Hermes Trismegistus. That's pretty good by Jan Assmann. What is occultism? It's the study and practice of the hidden, esoteric, and mystical arts. Many occultists have clocked Beyonce for being an occultist. Like who? Who in the occult space worth their weight has said anything like that? It's called secret societies for a reason. But yet you know. So are you a member? Are you also a murdering pedo, money launderer, trafficker, arms dealer, drug dealer? Or because if they're so secret and I'm not allowed to know, that must mean you're also not allowed to know. Make your logic make sense. You know somehow, and you know the answer is YouTube, but you just don't want to say it. Michael Jackson said it's a conspiracy. Yeah, where is the Illuminati? Where is the devil? Where is witchcraft? Where is magic? You keep moving the goalposts. Conspiracy is not in contention. SRA MK Ultra survivors would tell you differently. Yeah, I would say that they did not survive any sort of MK Ultra or satanic ritual abuse. And before you say, oh, so you're going to just deny people's experiences? Yes, because people lie. So, are you not familiar with humans? People lie. Kanye West, Katy Perry, Billy Joel admitted to selling their soul to the devil. Yeah, I think you're confusing euphemisms for reality. What about all the celebrities who say that they've never heard of the Illuminati or it's not real or anything like that? They're lying, right? So you pick and choose which ones are lying and which ones are telling the truth. Do you consider yourself a Christian? No. Eyes Wide Shut. The movie Eyes Wide Shut, or I Have My Eyes Wide Shut. No, I think the people who just believe videos on YouTube without evidence. You guys have your eyes wide shut. Can you do magic? Yes, but I don't know why you spell it like that. But yes. Don't give the people the test. What test? The occultist. She calls herself Indie. Okay, I've never heard of this person, but I'll look up Indie. And see what she has to say about Beyonce. Practice belief. I'll live life, okay? Ask me within 100 years. Okay. I think I've seen you on YouTube with that guy talking about Isaiah 42, right? I don't think so. Bro is just talking out of his ass. You're just mad because you can't provide any evidence about any of the claims that you guys are making. But yeah, go ahead and accuse me of talking out of my ass. That's fine. But there's a manuscript that Jesus studied in Egypt. Okay, I'm not contending that. I don't know why people keep introducing things that are not in contention. Ever heard of the Franklin Committee? No, I know of the Franklin Scandal, but not of the Franklin Committee. I know the Franklin Scandal was about trafficking little boys, but again, I ask, where is the occult in that? You guys keep introducing topics that are not in contention. They're scared you get killed for exposing them. If you're exposing something valid, but yet David Icke still walks around free, right? Fritz Springmeier still walks around free. Cisco Wheeler still walks around free. Alive, breathing. I meant the movie Eyes Wide Shut. No Epstein Island Aller, right? No, you are introducing no, you guys get upset because you can't prove the occult thing, so you keep moving the goalposts and adding in things that no one's talking about. Oh, so then I guess no one is really cheating at the casino. No one's saying that. My contention is literally what's on the screen. You keep introducing other topics because you can't prove that the celebrities and the elites are doing what's on the screen. It's all just trust me, bro. Go watch this video on YouTube, bro. You can't prove it. So therefore, you start introducing things that are not in contention. Nobody is contending that human trafficking isn't a thing, or that drug dealing isn't a thing, or that murder for hire isn't a thing. Those things are not in contention. Yet you guys keep bringing them up when you can't provide evidence for the occult stuff. Stop moving the goalposts. Those things are not in contention. No satanics in the panic. That's true. Have you heard of the Frank? No, I've not heard of the Franklin Committee. You keep asking that. The way you read these comments is so funny because it makes them sound even more insane. You're not providing any evidence either. Sorry, but you aren't. No need to apologize, Stefano. I would urge you to look up burden of proof and look up how it works. I'm not making a claim. None of these things up there are claims. Claims would be celebrities are Satanists. Celebrities are worshiping the devil. They are. That's a claim. I'm making objections to the claim. The burden of proof is on the claimant. The burden of proof is on the accuser. I'm not accusing. So none of you seem to know. So all of you would be laughed out of a courtroom. You all would be laughed out of a courtroom because you don't know how the burden of proof works. You have no idea. Republicans are twisted. Look it up. That's not in contention. Is your magic close to the lesser keys of Solomon? I don't really work with the Goetia or the keys or anything like that lately. Most of my work from Grimtrad is planetary angels and those types of beings. So I guess no. It used to be, but not lately, no. Controlled opposition. Common response from someone who can't provide answers. Why don't you look up the findings of the Franklin Committee? Okay. The findings of the Franklin Committee. I hope this is something that is actually in contention, because if I waste my time to look this up and it's about trafficking or some nonsense like that, what's your name? Kyle Dunbar. I'm going to block you. So I'm going to give you, before I look this up, is this about the stuff that's actually in contention? Stuff that's in the occult? Because if I look this up and it's some child trafficking, some, fraud, money laundering type thing, I'm going to block you. So, Kyle Dunbar, is the Franklin Committee about what's actually in contention? He can't make any connections. Probably failed his math courses. Do you mean me, Aku? Because I don't know what math has to do with anything that we're talking about. But thank you. There are no elites. None is above the other. There are certainly elites. You guys are the most impatient bunch I've ever seen in my entire life. So Kyle, even though you think I'm ignoring you, please, before I look up this Franklin Committee, can you tell me if this is about what's actually, because I do not want to look up something that I'm not arguing. If I'm not arguing that people are not trafficking children or arms or drugs or anything like that. I'm arguing that it's not a cult. So before I look this up, I'm giving you a chance to let me know what it's about. Planetary angels, where is your proof of that silliness? All over the grimoires? I would urge you to take a look at the grimoires. Take your pick. Let's start with the Shem, I guess. Any of the grimoires. The Secret Grimoire of Turiel. Any of the grimoires. Seven Spheres. Any of the grimoires. The Art of Drawing Spirits into Crystals. Any of the grimoires. Do you see what I just did there? Provided sources. That's what I'm looking for from, and none of those are videos. You don't got to go to YouTube and watch Psychic Girl 101 and watch her video. These are books from like the 13th century, the 14th century, that go back in time, centuries, that people still use to this day. But you guys can't provide any of that. It's just, go watch this guy on YouTube. No, thank you. Kyle, where are you, Kyle? Are you having me look up something that is in contention or not? Let me scroll down here, see if Kyle responded, or did he leave? Let's see. Kyle, where are you, Kyle? All right, it's been a few minutes and you haven't responded, Kyle, so that leads me to believe that you're not paying attention and you were going to have me look up something that's not in contention. So, oops. So, sorry, Kyle. I think he's having a breakdown. He's so angry. He doesn't even believe Bohemian. So because so when did I yell at anybody? When did it, like, you are mistaking Katrina, you must be racist because you see a black man be passionate and he must be angry, right? You must be, one of the newest knights of the KKK. You can't handle a black man who just doesn't bow down to what you say and just agrees with everything you say. He actually has points and opinions. You sound angry. You sound angry that you can't disprove anything that I'm saying. So you accuse me of having a breakdown and being angry. Can you provide any kind of evidence, or is that me asking for that's me being angry, right? So when Bob Dylan said he sold his soup to the devil, he was lying. Bob Dylan didn't say that. You're talking about when Bob Dylan was on 60 Minutes and said that he made a bargain with destiny. Didn't say he sold his soul to the devil. He said he made a bargain with destiny and that he's keeping his end of the bargain. That's not selling your soul to the devil. I love to see a black man speak on this topic. Well, thank you, Bria Maximoff. Some people are the newest members of the Aryan Brotherhood. They see a black man who has an opinion and they go, oh, well, he must be angry. Like Catriona here. So glad to see that not everybody in here is members of the neo-Nazis. Why would a book from the 14th century contribute anything about celebs doing some stuff? That's not... You're not paying attention, Gus. Someone asked me to provide evidence of planetary angels, so I started naming books from antiquity with planetary angels. Let's pay attention. Let's if you're going to speak and try to make me look stupid, at least make yourself look smart in the process. You didn't pay attention. So what do you mean they aren't Satanists? Exactly that. They're not Saint. I don't know how else to define that. I'm not an Asian person. Do I need to explain to you what that means, that I'm not an Asian person? And I know Catriona is going to take this as me being an angry black man, but I'm simply asking a question. Sorry, I'm sorry to have yelled at you, Catriona. I know that I just yelled at you, and I beat you down with my Glock and my 40 ounce. But please accept my eternal apologies, Catriona. What was the findings of so-and-so? See how he doesn't look it up? The Franklin Committee? Yeah, I'm not... I asked Kyle, who told me about the Franklin Committee, what it was about, because I don't want to waste my time looking up yet another thing that's not in contention, right? You guys keep introducing topics that are not in contention. If I'm not arguing against something, why would I look it up? That doesn't make any sense. So no, I'm not going to look up something if it's not in contention. You just want me to waste time because you don't have any answers to back up your claims. And notice Kyle still hasn't responded because I was right. It's something that's not in contention, has nothing to do with the occult. Hello, Rebel. Hey, Corporate Hermeticist. Don't lose your passion, bro. Forget the haters. Oh no, they're allowed to speak, but because it helps the algorithm. But they need to understand that black people are allowed to have opinions, and black people are allowed to defend those opinions. But people like Catriona don't understand that. So, what's your opinion on the Abrahamic religions? I don't have a negative opinion on them. It's not all favorable either, but because you guys all repeat the same stuff and sound, yeah. And notice, Gabby, that I've been asking for sources, evidence, and no one has provided any of it. They always move the goalposts. When they can't prove the occult stuff, then they move into so then you're saying that people aren't laundering money through casinos? It's like, what? No, that's not in contention. They're laundering money through casinos, but where's the occult in that is what I'm getting at. But had nothing to do with race, just the tone of your voice and reply sounded angry, immature. Why do they sound angry? Angry would be literal, like, oh my God, you guys are so... That would be anger. Me just being passionate about my own practices is not anger. And you interpreting as such means you're racist. Because I promise you, if my name was Brendan or Bradley or Cooper and I had long blonde hair, you would not be saying this. So Be real with yourself. How do you know elites are not Satanists? Because I'm an occultist. Bro has the worst vibe. Sorry you feel that way, Rainbow Sparkle. You are free to move on. Or is my satanic witchcraft keeping you here? Do I have you under my demonic Illuminati spell? Moreno Ravenberg wholly discounted the Grimoires. How do you substantiate them? I don't know who that is, and I've not heard of them or read their work, so I wouldn't be able to debunk any of their whatever because I don't know who they are or what they've said. So what are the elites? Since you claim to know they're not Satanists, there are many different things. There are, the ones who live in Saudi Arabia are probably Muslims. The few that live here are some form of Christian denomination. The ones that live in the UK are probably Anglican. The ones that live in India are probably Hindu. They run the gamut. There is no one size fits all. Okay, I've had enough of your negative energy. Bye. Okay, but you don't have to announce that you're leaving. You could just leave. I don't think anybody cares. Person who doesn't have a name, you just have a heart. But thank you for letting us know that you're leaving. Are you a leftist? If so, what kind? We don't discuss politics here. So what are the elites? I just answered that. Pay attention. Now you're just tripping. How so? How so? I have police reports that describe Satanists. Yeah, Satanists exist. Where is the elite in that? Where is the celebrities? Satanists exist, and I'm sure some of them have been to jail. So you're claiming they are not. So what's your evidence? That's not how it works. The burden of proof is on the accuser. It's on the claimant. So thank you. Also, you're saying my name wrong. Well, you're racist, so I think I'll continue to say your name wrong. Because it takes less time to talk about not wanting to waste time to look it up. No, I'm not going to look up something that's not in contention. You just want to waste my time because you don't have any proof of anything of what you're saying. So you want me to go look up stuff that we're not even talking about, right? If this live stream was about football and someone comes on here and goes, look up makeup right now. And I go, no, I'm not going to look up makeup. You can't go, oh, see, we're not talking about makeup. We're talking about football. If I'm not talking about arms dealing or human trafficking or murder for hire or, fraud or anything like that, why would I look? Those things I'm not contending those things. So why would I look it up? That doesn't make any sense. Kyle left and joined on his backup on the low. Well, what's his backup? Foundling Hospital Commodore Vanderbilt. What about that? Finally, someone who's not repeating the nonsense. Thank you. You're welcome, Marcus. What is occultism to you? That's not a thing. I don't like that. There is no what is it to you. It's what it is. There is no what is, because if I define it this way and then John down the street defines it this way, who's right? And you can't throw that, oh, well, everyone has a valid truth. No, that's not how truth works. So there is no what is occultism to me. It's what is occultism. Occultism is the study and practice of the hidden esoteric arts. That's what it is. There is no what is it to me and what is it to Jimmy down the street. It's just what it is. So asking those types of questions is kind of new agey. Have you ever used it to do dirt? Used what? Use magic to do? You mean like to do dark magic? Like to do darker things? Yes. Please stop labeling people racist. Please provide evidence of any claims. So, okay. So let's make this deal. I will stop. Johnny's the one that said, Johnny, I will stop labeling people as racist. So let's make a deal here because in order to give, you have to get. So I'll stop doing that if you guys can provide a non-conspiratorial source for any of these claims that are being made. Deal? No, it won't be a deal, but that's what's on the table. You want something? Well, I want something. I'm not going to give and not get. Sorry. I know I know you think I'm black, but no, that's not how it's going to be. So. Satanists don't exist then? Didn't say that. What do you think of Madame Blavatsky? Absolute nonsense. Theosophy is New Thought nonsense. It's the predecessor to the New Age movement. I don't know anything about this, but damn, you're cute. Well, thank you, Raven. The 13 families are the ones that run shit. Okay. Madame Blavatsky was interesting. Yeah, I mean, sure, if you find theosophic nonsense interesting. What if they are trafficking children and you just don't know about it? That's not in contention. This is what I'm saying. You guys keep introducing things that are not in contention. That's not in contention. I've spent the last almost 3 hours saying that they are doing those types of things. Where is the occult? You guys are not listening. You can't prove the occult stuff, so you move on to something else. No, it's not how it works. Can you be an occultist and Christian at the same time? Kind of. Look up Moloch. I don't need to look up Moloch. I know who Moloch is. That doesn't looking up an ancient Canaanite deity doesn't prove that celebrities are in the occult. Must be his coping mechanism. And you guys' coping mechanism must be just to keep repeating the same things over and over again instead of providing evidence. As a Hollywood producer, there is deaf Satanist cults in Hollywood. What proof do you want? Lucius87, I want your name, your full name, so I can look you up on IMDb right now and see what movies or TV shows or web series or whatever that you produced. What's your take on Madame Blavatsky? I've already answered that. They presented evidence. Who? Who presented evidence and what did they provide? And so many people have died. Okay? People die every day, B. Like, okay? How is that proof that anybody's in the Illuminati, that people are dying? We all heard you call her racist. Yeah, I didn't deny calling her racist. Stop putting words in my mouth, Johnny. I did not deny calling her racist. Yari Harari. What's that mean? You're not black? Yes, I'm black. So I have proof famous people are in the occult. Okay. Provide it. Can you explain what you think your views are true on celebrities? Oh, why I think my views on why? Can you explain why you think your views on celebrities? Because I am an occultist. So. Why don't you recognize anything I'm saying? I just answered your question. You got to be patient, Anthony. You got to be patient. So if I give academia on witchcraft, Satanism with symbolism, just deny the connection to modern times, Aku, you've given nothing. The last thing you said was, I have police reports on Satanists. That was the last thing you said. So that's not academic proof, you having police reports. I'm sure that there have been Satanists that have been arrested. So we all heard him call Catriona a racist. Yes, I never denied that, Johnny. You're moving the goalposts. Every time you can't get something on one thing, you try to move it to the next. Tell us about the Goetia. What do you want to know about the Goetia? It's just a book written by Mathers, illustrated by Crowley with the 72 demons in the Goetia, or of the Goetia, shows you how to evoke and conjure them. And it has a few other things in there, like the constraints and the curses and things like that. I can give you my own testimony. Hollywood producer for over 18 years. That's fine. I want your name so I can look you up. I'm not. I don't care about your. I want to look you up and see what you produced. Sir, I think you're black. Well, thanks. I am black. If the Illuminati was real, I would have sold my soul a long time ago. You haven't watched Half Times. No, I watch Half Times. It's entertainment. But I guess you believe anything that they put on TV, huh? So you must think that Doctor Strange is real, supernatural, you know, the real event or the chilling adventures of Sabrina. You must think that stuff is real, right? Every area in life has bad people, but most aren't. Stop labeling entire groups because of some. I think you must be talking to everyone who's claiming Illuminati. You should read up on Theosophy. It's a very sound system of Buddhist and Hindu Vedic philosophy. I'm very familiar with Theosophy. No, I'm not going to look it up. There's no need to study it any further than what I've already done. Blavatsky is a thief. She doesn't give references to the things that she steals from. She picks and chooses what she likes from various religions from the East, puts them in a pot, stirs it together, and says, here's a 5-star meal, even though it's a McDonald's cheeseburger. But she wants you to think that you're eating at Noosa or something like. And for those of you who don't know, that's Salt Bay's restaurant. You think you're eating there, but really it's McDonald's. I'm sure you don't know who Yari Harari. No, I don't know who Yari Harari is. Have you ever summoned any of them? Goetic demons? Yes. Dude, you're lying. We heard you deny it. I did not deny it. I literally told you I'll stop doing it if you guys can provide evidence, but you're trying to move away from that because you don't have any evidence to provide. I did not deny it. I called her a racist. She did not. She said, "Oh, I'm not calling you." I mean, it had nothing to do with race. It was your tone, and I doubled down on it. And then she said, I'm saying her name wrong, and I tripled down on it. So there was no denying it. I literally 3 times from her and then twice from you admitted it. So nice try, but try again. How much is the check? Well, you tell me, Move Look. You hired me. You're my FBI, CIA, Illuminati boss, Move Look. It was you. You're the one that did my interview. So you should know how much I'm being paid. Don't play games, Move Look. It was you. You hired me. You took me in the back room and did dirty things to me. Move Look. It was you. It was you. Supernatural TV show. That's awesome. Watch it. Don't need to watch it. I know what it is. But you must think it's real. Are you familiar with Taoism? No, I do not study any Eastern systems. Wow, how much are they paying you? Stop asking that question, Move Look. It's you. You're the one who played with my rear end. It was you. You did SRA to me. It was you, Move Look. You're the one that SA'd me. How was your experience practicing magic? Pretty good. Oh, I see. I know this form of lying. Interesting. Yeah, and I know your form of deflection. Everyone who's here clearly heard me say at least 7 times, I'm calling Catriona out for being racist. I literally said she's a member of the neo-Nazis and the Aryan Brotherhood. Johnny, you are trying to move the goalpost because everyone knows that I said I'll stop calling her racist if you guys can agree to give evidence. But you can't. So you're trying to deflect and move away from providing that evidence. It's clear, Johnny. It's clear. Maybe he has special needs, y'all. Much better than being a neo-Nazi, Catriona. Much better than being a neo-Nazi. If you're going to troll, I need you to troll better. You got to do it better. It has to be funny. It's got to, come on. Specifically, which demons and why? Which demons what? For the sake of progress, I'll go live with you and we can go over topics together spiritually. I'm not accepting any guests or anything like that. I haven't been doing that all night. What do you really believe this is elite? Don't do these things. Do you mean why do I really believe elite? Because I do. So I think I would know if someone else was. So you just showed us you lied. No, but you can keep thinking that, Johnny. When you're ready to provide evidence, we'll come back to it. Until you've been trafficked by nefarious, evil, sadistic handlers, I don't think you know what you're talking about. Well, where is the occult in that? Where is the demons and the devil worship in any of that? You're programming people in here. Well, special needs is a funny comment, though. Very funny. Are you interested in Eastern esotericism? No, I am not. I'm moving to the flip side of this flat earth. I'm fed up with this. You're going to the other side of the flat earth? Why do you believe in flat earth? I'm agnostic. Too many contradictory information and statements. That's cool. If I give you my name and prove who I am, will you let me explain and go live? I'm not accepting any guests. I haven't done it all night. You are skipping over my more difficult comments. No, I'm reading everything you're saying, Aku. You didn't say anything before this other than special needs is funny. And then right before that, you said, for the sake of progress, I'll go live with you and we can go over topics. I read that. Before that, I don't see anything. Nothing from you, 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 nothing from you. Up here, I read this, The Mark of the Devil, medical proof in witchcraft trials, Sarah Dunn, University of Louisville. Before that, nothing, nothing, nothing. So what are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Now let me scroll back down here. Exactly. You said you were going to move away from it if I could provide evidence. Yeah, you haven't provided evidence. I'm waiting for evidence of any of these claims, and you're not providing any kind of evidence. So you just tripped yourself up, but thank you. The mark of the devil, medical proof, and witchcraft. So you're just repeating that again? The mark of the devil is not proof of anything. Anybody can mark themselves. Medical proof and witchcraft trials. What medical proof? The witchcraft trials, it was proven that none of the people were actual witches. It was just people being accused from neighbors and rivals that didn't like them. But sure. Lie about the other stuff, but come on, the child thing needs awareness. What do you mean, boss? Move, look, you're my boss. So what do you mean? I'm not understanding, sir. Can you email me and CC our other agents as well? Move, look. Why are you arguing with randoms? What demons did you summon from the fetus, and why be specific? I don't know what the fetus. I've never summoned a demon from the fetus. I don't know what that is. All conspiracy thought is Christo-fascism. A lot of it is. I was trafficked by cult members. Okay. Some of the comments are hilarious. Were you? No. Wait until they find out the devil isn't real. Well, not in the Christian way. Come into my life. What? I don't think I'm going to come into your life. Can you give my brother a shout out? Dixon Myaz. Dixon Myaz. Half a row 89 thinks he's a troll, and he wants me to shout you out. But instead, Dixon Myaz, I'm going to invite your friend Half Aro to my trolling classes every Saturday on Twitch, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe we'll show him how it really works. What's your opinion on Wicca? First grade occultism. You're programming people. What does this mean? I don't know. They just throw anything out there because they can't provide any evidence or sources. The mark of the devil, medical. You keep saying those same things. That's not proof. You believe in medieval witchcraft trials that you think that they actually caught actual witches, which history shows that they did not. The mark of the devil, anybody can mark themselves. And I don't know what Sarah Dunn University of Louisville is. That's a form of denying. No, that's a form of actually acknowledging that I did it, but agreeing that I'll stop if you can provide evidence of any of these claims that are being made. But keep saying what you're saying, Johnny. Everyone sees that you're absolutely asinine. Celebrities literally admit that they're part of the Illuminati. Like, come on, bro. What about the ones who say that they're not and that it doesn't exist? Are you one of the people who pick and choose who's lying and who's not? So you want proof, but someone who has proof, you won't let them talk with you. Just because I won't let them go live doesn't mean that there's plenty of creators who don't go live with other people. I don't ever have guests I've never done that. So why can't you provide the proof in the comments? This is what happens when you summon things you shouldn't. What happens? You ask for evidence? When they say elite sacrifice children, that's just code for anti-Semitic blood libel. Exactly. Then you haven't seen what I have seen. No, I haven't seen what you've seen, but I know for a fact you haven't seen any occultism within your trafficking. I can tell you that. Woe to you that call good evil and evil good. Yes, woe to you. Woe to you, Martin King Olanya. You're a shill. Well, I must be a low-paid shill. Am I programmed yet? I don't know. Corporate hermetist. Do you feel programmed? I think I'm programmed. Les femmes et les enfants dans le Franc-Maçonnière University by Albert Pike. He said Freemasonry is Luciferians. That's not what that means. Les femmes et les enfants dans le Franc-Maçonnière Universelle. That means the women and the children in the French. I don't know what Maçonnerie means. I don't know what that is, and universal. That doesn't say any. That just says the women and the children's in France. He has a video on YouTube a year ago siding with the New Age. What's that video called? What's that video called? Provide the full evidence. Don't just make claims because you know no one's actually going to go on my YouTube and look it up. Give them the name of the video, please. What is the name of the video? And before you try to accuse me of deleting it, so go ahead and screenshot it right now, Naku. So go there right now before I turn to my laptop and delete it. Go ahead and screenshot the video where I sided with the New Agers, and then tell us the name. And then when I delete it, you'll have proof that it was there before I deleted it. So either I'm the stupidest person in the world for giving you a way out, or you're lying. So there's only two options here. So you better hurry up and you better screenshot the video before I delete it. So please tell us the name of this video that I sided with the New Agers on, and then make sure you screenshot it, because I'm going to try to cover my tracks and delete it before anybody goes and searches it, right? So what's the name of the video, Aku? What's wrong with the New Age? A lot of things are wrong with the New Age. I don't really have the time to go into it all. I have numerous videos on it, but essentially, long story short, the New Age takes legitimate occult, esoteric, and mystical practices and waters it down severely, and then repackages it and sells it to you as if it's the original. And then they try to tell you that you don't need to learn anything else, you don't need to do anything else, you just have to follow, this New Age, whatever. And they don't give any evidence, they don't provide any foundation, any sort of resources. It's all just a bunch of trust me, bro. And if you don't trust me, you're asleep, you're low vibrational, and all this other nonsense. So Blavatsky was all right. Annie Besant was the person who ruined the Theosophical Society. I don't know. I mean, maybe, but unfortunately you're wrong. Okay, thanks. So enlightening, opposition. Thank you for that. Aku, I'm still waiting for you. See, this is what happens when you ask for evidence. They never have any. Aku, I'm still waiting for you to... did anybody see me turn to my laptop and try to... So I haven't deleted anything yet, Aku. I'm waiting for you to tell the people the name of this video where I sided with the New Agers on my YouTube channel. I came from the New Age and switched sides, so I respect it for that, though. Well, you're one of the lucky ones. You are one of the very, very few. Because a lot of people try to tell me that, like, don't you think that people in the New Age will find their way to the occult? No, they won't. The numbers that do are negligible. So you're one of the few lucky ones that found your way into legitimate occultism. Most of the people in the New Age are not, because there's nothing in the New Age pointing to occultism. You have to find it on your own. None of these books are going, or any of these courses or any of these videos by the New Agers are going to tell you to go and look into the occult, to go and look into esotericism, to go and look into mysticism. They'll tell you to stay in the circle jerk of the New Age. So you just deleted the video that never existed. Exactly. Because Aku, we're all still waiting here. See, this is why I read everything and I don't let the trolls get away with the things that they say. And I make sure that no matter how far down in the chat we get, I go back and I reference the things that they said an hour ago, hour and a half ago, because they try to get people to forget. They try to move away from it. But no, Aku, I would like to know the name of this video that I have on my YouTube channel that is agreeing with the New Agers. But you don't have one. All right. Wow, I've been on here for like 3 hours. Okay, let me get to these last few questions here. Whole lot of cope in these comments, but no evidence. I wonder why. Because they have none. They have none. And it's funny, I've not muted or blocked any of them. They all just got tired because the trolling wasn't working. Because I'm trolling them back, so they get mad because they're not. I'm not getting a rise out of him. And so they leave, or they keep trying to move further and further away from their own claims. But I don't let it happen, and then they do what Aku was doing, and they get caught up, and they leave, or they just stay quiet. So, have you done Enochian magic, and did you get good results? I've not done Enochian magic, Harry. If you're that same Harry that got me into Enochian magic, you should know. But I don't think you're that same Harry. But no, I tried it the one time, freaked me out, and haven't tried it since. I do have Aaron Leach's The Angelical Language Volume 1 and Volume 2, but I'm kind of scared of Enochians, so maybe not all of them, but some, none of them. That's what they want you to think. No, Epstein alone is enough. No, no, you skipped 75 comments. No, Johnny, I didn't. But nice try moving away from you not being able to provide any evidence that I asked for. But thank you. I mean, there's definitely at least a couple Satanists. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, sure, there might be one or two of them, but celebrities as a whole are not. Alistair, the occult leader, said, "Do as thou want," which is New Age. Well, he said, "Do as thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." That's not how you spell his name, and he wasn't an occult leader. So, speaking of celebrities, I saw looting baby's blood. Probably not, because they don't do any of that stuff. Probably not. Oh no, did Johnny leave? He was so funny. No, he's still here probably. He just said I skipped 75 messages for some reason. But I'm a Satanist and I enjoy it. I mean, did you see Elon's Halloween outfit? Devilish. Well, yes, but it also was Halloween. If you look into Hermetics and Kabbalah, there's plenty to be gleaned regarding the arts. Like what? I am a Hermeticist, so unless you mean alchemically, not really. If I were to show you Hermetic art, you would not be able to tell me the hidden symbolism within it. These people be like, Jay-Z wore a red suit, the devil is red. It's right in front of you. Exactly. Yep. Demons are 100% less scary than Enochian angels. Yes, I am terrified of the Enochian angels. I don't even know if they can be called angels. They are terrifying. I am not the same Harry. I've not dealt with Enochian either. Goetic, but not done Enochian. I got to the second call. I did the second call and I got freaked out. So I left. I was like, I'm not doing any of this anymore. Listen, everything you are denying is above your pay grade and security clearance. Oh, but it's not above yours. So you must be a pedo, raping, murderer. That you're part of it. Because how else do you know? If it's above my pay grade and I can't know, and you know it, that must mean it's in your pay grade, right? I've been saying that all night and no one's denied it. Like no one's been like, actually I know. Like, so you guys are ridiculous. The corporate, those the same ones from the Book of Enoch, right? Which Book of Enoch? There's 3 books of Enoch. Oh, good, Johnny's still here. The comedy continues. Oh, so you're the op. I guess so. Pull up. So they're all normal people like us. Most of them are normal people like us who happen to compromise themselves. Do you think a probable result of being very wealthy would lead a person who what? The evidence was recorded by someone, I'm sure. Okay. I'm sure you got nuclear launch codes, random middle age. Oh, you're talking to Deja Vu. How did it freak you out? So when I did the first call, everything was fine. When I got to the second call, I was like halfway through the second call, and literally everything started going like this, like what's happening right now to everything. And I was like, all right, I don't think I'm going to continue anymore, because I didn't have any protection. I didn't have, I had the peeler ring. And I had this not the Sigillum Dei Meth. I had the Tablet of Earth and the Tablet of Union, and that was really about it. So I didn't have any of the normal protection measures. Wouldn't be entertained by normal activities. What do you mean? Every Super Bowl halftime has rituals or MK Ultra overtones. I don't agree with that. It's above your pay grade, but not above theirs. Notice they haven't responded since then. But you mistake me for someone who's against you. I'm a 35-year practitioner. Golden Dawn, the builders of the temple, Eternum, and okay. Sorry about that, Jovian. I'm not trying to be funny. No, you're trying to move away from providing evidence, which you still have yet to do. Wait, I just joined. What happened to the phone shaking? I was just showing an example. What do you think about Isaac Cappy? They got him for exposing pedos and stuff like that. The first one that mentions angels and the others might taught humans secrets. And you said something about corporate. Do I think the corporate is part of that? I don't know what that means. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, then provide it. If you're not trying to not give evidence, then give it. I'm waiting for it, Johnny. And that'll be the last thing, because I've been on here since 9 o'clock and it's 12:30 and I have work in the morning. So I'll give you like 2 minutes, Johnny. That should be enough for you to type in the name of the book, the author, something. Johnny says he's not trying to move away from providing evidence, which means you should be able to provide that evidence. Now, he's not going to do it, but I'm going to give him time so that way everybody sees that's exactly what he's trying to do. So, Johnny, if you are not trying to not give evidence, then the only other option is to give evidence. So, you got a minute 30. I think he's replying to my name. Who, Corporate Hermeticist? I was asking him till you got to the bottom. How much are you being paid to say this? I don't know, You're the one that hired me. You're the one that recruited me. You're the one that took me into that back room and told me to do naughty things. So you tell me how much I'm being paid. You're the one that signs my paychecks, So come on. Stop acting like we're not in this together, It's me and you against the world. Can you explain more about the protection thing you were mentioning? So when dealing with spirits of any kind, angels, demons, planetary spirits, the dead, well, maybe not. Well, depends on what dead. If it's like your ancestors, there's no protection required. But if you're working with a general shade or a G'day or anything like that, you would probably need protection. When working with any kind of spirit, you want to be protected because you can be open to the influence of the spirit. And it might start to look like possession or oppression. So you, in order to prevent anything like that, you want to be protected. So, clock's ticking, Johnny. Yes, it is. Blessed be. Agreed. Thank you, Ravi. Well, you said maybe someone recorded it. That's not evidence. You keep skipping over the evidence part. So you're not going to give any evidence. Everyone sees it, Johnny. So thank you for your attempt at trolling, but you failed. Check the book Les Femmes et les Enfants dans le Franc Maçonnerie by Albert Pike, page 588. Okay. Les femmes et les enfants so the women and children in France. Ooh, excuse me. All right. Is there a website where I can read this for free online? These all make me want to. Here we go. Maybe Open Edition. Maybe Open Edition. Full text. Here we go. How do I pick the page? This isn't broken up in. This is like one long text. I don't know how to break this up into pages. Yeah, I don't. This might not be the right. It's the same title, but this only has 69 pages, and then it goes to the epilogue. So, I mean, if these are I don't even know if these are page numbers. These numbers that are next to it. But this is all political stuff. This is like chapter 1 is called Introduction. Chapter 2 is the private space, the pillar of the liberal political revolution. The next chapter, scroll down a bit, the incorporation into the public space. So maybe this isn't it. Let me... Let me find like PDF or something. All right. Let's see. Open. Move it over here so I can see it on the big screen. All right. This is probably it. All right. 588. my God, how many blank pages are in this thing? There we go. Okay. All right. 94. All right. 235. 339. Oh my God, 390. Come on, go faster than that. 474. What's this one? 505. We're almost there. 531. 546. Come on. 572. 582. Okay, I'll slow down here. 583. 584. 585. 586. 587. 588. Okay. So let me take this and put it into Google Translate. I think I see the part that you're talking about, but I'm not going to skip anything. We're going to copy all of it. Okay, copy. Translate. There's a 3,900 word limit. Okay. All right, then I guess I got to skip all the way to the part where you're probably talking about. Okay. So this is probably the part that you're talking about. If Lucifer were not God, Adonai, whose all acts attest to cruelty, perfidy, hatred of man, barbarism, the revulsion for science, if Lucifer were not God, would Adonai and his priests slander him? Yes, Lucifer is God, and unfortunately Adonai is too. Karia, eternal law, is that there is no splendor without shadow, no beauty without ugliness, no white without black, because the absolute can only exist as two, because darkness is necessary to the light, to serve as a foil like the pedestal is necessary for the statue, like the brake for the locomotive. So that's probably the part that you're talking about. Nebert 3, that's the part that you're talking about, right? This doesn't say anything about celebrities drinking blood or sacrificing people or babies or doing any kind of witchcraft. It just says that Lucifer is as much of a god as the Abrahamic God. So, no, the one before. Okay. We'll do the one before. So you're talking about the chapter before that? So not where it says, si Lucifer n'était pas Dieu Adonai, you're talking about, ce que nous devons dire à la foule, c'est nous demandons Dieu, mais c'est le Dieu comme de la superstition. All right, we'll do that one. That one doesn't seem to say what you think it probably says, but let's copy that one. What we have to say to the crowd is this: we love God, but it is the God whom we adore without superstition. To you, Sovereign Grand Inspector General, we say to you, so that you repeat to the brothers of the 32nd, 31st, and 30 degrees, the Masonic religion must be by all of us initiates back high grades, maintained in the purity of the doctrine. Is that what you're talking about? That doesn't say anything about sacrificing babies, drinking blood, or anything like that. Is it before that? You forgot the word. What word? I read the whole thing verbatim. What we have to say to the crowd is, we love God, but it is the God whom we adore without superstition. To you, Sovereign Grand Inspector General, we say, so that you repeat it to the brothers of the 32nd, 31st, and 30 degrees, that the Masonic religion must be by all of us initiates back high grades maintained in the purity of the doctrine. The last word is Luciferian. I must not have copied that. Let me go back to... Oh, because it's cut off and on the next page. Yeah, so the doctrine is Luciferian, but again, that doesn't say that the elites are that celebrities are that they drink blood and kill babies and sacrifice humans. What does this have to do with the elites? Wow, you skipped it. No, I didn't skip it. It's literally on the second page. I copied everything up to the last word here, and then it continues on the next page. I have to scroll down. Surely just a coincidence. Yeah, but I went back and I corrected it. It still doesn't prove anything, Johnny, and we're still waiting for your evidence, Johnny. So... But NITER 3 or NIBERT 3, this doesn't prove any of what is being debated. You are asleep. No, I'm wide awake. Yes, you did AEOL. I don't know what AEOL is. Host is brain dead. No, I think you just believe whatever you see. Explain Jeffrey Epstein Island. Human trafficking? Where is the occult in that? This guy has controlled opposition. Block him and keep going. Then why are you here, City Tucker? Why don't you take your own advice? It's sus you tried to skip it. Didn't try to skip it. It's on the second page. It's on the very next page. But even so, it doesn't prove anything. Leaving out Luciferian doesn't prove that they drink blood and eat babies and everything like that. So, Crowley. What about Crowley? Bronus paid by the Luciferian Illuminati occult Satan, which is to throw us off the trail. Well, you would know, Jason Briggs. You're the one that did stuff to my butt and bought me in. You're the one that recruited me, Jason Briggs. You played with my rear end. You did things to my nether regions in order for me to get this job. So, but Nebert 3, where did you respond yet? Yes, but you didn't say it the first two times. Yeah, because I didn't include it. When I copied and pasted, I only copied and pasted this because it wouldn't do the whole thing. So I went back and I deleted. And then he was like, no, it's the next paragraph. So I went to the next paragraph and did that one. And the last sentence was on the next page. I didn't copy that. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Well, thank you. Why argue with these conspiracy theorists? I don't know, Billy Hawkins. I mean, kinda. No, just because it says Luciferian doesn't... So you take the word Luciferian and translate it to mean that people are killing babies and drinking blood and sacrificing people? That's how you do your word association? So what did you say about deleting videos? You don't delete videos? No, I don't. I asked you what was the name of the video. And then before I go and delete it, because that would be the only obvious reason that it's not there, when you give a name and then no one can go find it, you would accuse me of deleting it. So I told you to take a screenshot before I have a chance to delete it. So that way, when people can't find it, you have proof that it was there. So what was the name of the video that I agreed with the New Agers? Tough crowd tonight. Hope it doesn't discourage you from those of us who like to listen. No, not at all. Well, Jason Briggs, I'm glad that you find me funny. Johnny, you can laugh, but we're still waiting for your evidence, which you have yet to provide. So you can keep trying to deflect. You said you weren't, and then I gave you time to give your evidence, and you still haven't given it. So I'm not going to let you... I know it's not on topic, but it's quite relevant. No, it's very on topic, but it doesn't disprove anything. So, Rose on the dark side. No, not the dark side. The Sith Lord. Now I hate Star Wars. More abuse from the Christian church than in Satanism. That's true, but they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about how all their pastors are touching children. Why do you need the name of the YouTube video? You don't remember? So other people can go and see, because that's the only reason why you said it. So that way other people could go and see. So I would like you to provide the name of the video so other people can go and see that I'm, agreeing with the New Agers. But you don't have it. That's why you need the name. You don't have the name. If there was really a video where I was doing that, you would provide it, because you would want people to not follow me, right? Will I be blocked if I show it? No. Show it. But you're not going to. I recorded it. So, but you can't just give the name, so that way people, because I'm about to get off of here, so that way people can go and find it for themselves. Tell us the name, and I'll stay on here for 5 more minutes, so that way people have 5 minutes to go and view the video themselves. But that's too easy. That's too much evidence, and you can't do that. You're just going to keep dancing around it, because there is no video where I agreed with the New Agers. So, but nice try. Nice try. The Vatican, London, and Washington are all one empire. Okay, that's not in contention. Like, you guys keep introducing topics that are not in contention. Most actors are Christian or Jewish. That is true, but they don't want to talk about that. But yeah, Nebert 3, that doesn't disprove or prove any of the claims being made, and it doesn't disprove any of my points. And Aku, what's the name of the video so people can go and see it? Shielding and warding video, last video on his YouTube, first 5 minutes in or so. All right, guys, go ahead and check out that video and let me know if I'm agreeing with any New Agers. Go ahead and check that video out. And Aku, have you been blocked? You're still here. So go ahead and check out that video, guys. And just to prove that I'm not gonna delete it or anything like that, I'll stay on for a few more minutes. So that way you guys all have a chance to go and see the video, download it if you need to, screenshot and all that other stuff, because I know the accusations are going to come in from Aku that I deleted it. So I recorded it. Don't block me when I make a TikTok and tag you. No, there won't be any blocking. Go ahead. I'll be waiting for it. I'll be waiting for it. Adam Sandler made a song about a bunch of Jews. Thoughts on non-dualism? Not really a fan. Okay, done. Okay, cool. I'll check out the video once I get off of here. So if you've already made it, then so I'm free to leave now. Aku, you won't accuse me of deleting it if I leave now. So you said okay, done. So you made the video. I can pay you to think freely. I do think freely, but you can certainly pay me if you want. All right. Oops. No, you can't leave. Well, I got to, because I have work in the morning, and I've already been on here for over an hour longer than I wanted to be. You should have put the sky is not blue for a better debate. Ooh, excuse me. He's going to delete it though afterwards. And there would be no point to delete it if you already recorded all the nefarious parts. But nice try. But if you already got all the nefarious parts, there's no point to delete it. But I certainly look forward to you proving that I agree with the New Agers. So this is all. Yes, it is. Yes, you keep acting like I'm denying any of this. Stop trying to move away from the point. Have you seen Etzelin's child video exposing this? No. Tag me in it if you would like, and I'll take a look at Attilian's child's video. But yes, Aku, I look forward to watching your expose on me. This should be fun. This should be fun. I look forward to staying in the algorithm and getting more engagement. Will you ever have classes? I don't know. I do have 2 courses written out. They're just not recorded. So, sir, what is your curriculum vitae? Grimoire tradition, hoodoo, neo-shamanism, and the Ottawa tradition of witchcraft. I keep on asking the same question. Yeah, I know. Can't Hare Krishna and be happy. What? I'm gay. Okay. Thanks for letting us know. Why won't you speak on it? Because I've already answered your question a million times. And you keep leaving and then trying to come back as if you're a new person in here asking it again. And I'm not going to let you. Are you blind? No. Excellent. I enjoyed my first time viewing. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, everybody be on the lookout for Aku369's video expose on me. Should be good. Should be excellent. Elites are Freemason. Niebert proved that they are. No, he gave a book that stated that Lucifer is God and that the religion of the people who follow Lucifer is Luciferians. That said nothing about the elites or celebrities or famous people or anything like that. But can you speak on it once more? I'm not against you, brother. No, you can't. You can't do that. You can't spend 2 hours trolling and then leave and then try to have a change of heart and come back and then claim that you're not against me and you're just trying to. No, you're not going to. No, I'm not going to let you get away with that. Nope. Oprah exposed all of this. No, she didn't. Okay, so no elites or Freemasons didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth, and I'm still waiting for your evidence, Johnny. You keep dodging that. I'm waiting for your evidence, Johnny. Niebert did his part, and we discussed it. Now it's your turn. Yeah, no, you don't have any. So thank you. Finally, you said it. And this is recorded. No, I'm not, Johnny. You keep saying that, and yet you never provide any evidence. You just keep saying it, but that's fine. Your live took like 20 minutes to get to my comments, so I left. I was on for hours. I know you were on for hours. You were. I literally just said you were trolling for 2 hours. I know that. You don't have to. I just said that. You don't have to repeat what I said in different words. We have videos to prove you wrong. Okay, tag me in them. You admitted to the evidence. No, I didn't. But that's nice. Can I join? No. I've been trying to get off for the last hour. The elites sacrifice children only in the sense that they don't give them nutrition. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can agree with that. It's all recorded, pal. It is all recorded, including you not giving any evidence, despite you saying that you're not trying to not give evidence, and then me asking a million times, and you saying that you have it, but not providing it. So you're right. It is all recorded. I haven't said anything rude. I didn't say that you were rude. I said that you were trolling. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't move the goalposts. I didn't say that you were rude. If you were rude, you wouldn't be back here. You'd be blocked. You'd be muted. But you just lie, deny. No, you just keep moving the goalposts and not providing evidence. Everyone, look out for my video. We'll be there when you wake up. Why when we wake up? This is TikTok. There's no need for fancy editing, and just make your video and put it up. Should be done in 30 seconds. I should be able to watch it. When I get off of here and go pour me a drink, I should be able to come back and it should be ready to go. Why do you need 8 hours to edit it? Sounds like you're going to try to put words in my mouth. It should be readily available. This is TikTok, where you can make a video in 2 minutes. There's no need for all this editing. That's another lie. No, Johnny. Like you said, this is recorded, but I do this with love. Yeah, you don't got to treat me like a parent about to beat their child. I do this because I love you. You can just put the video out. Just put the video out. I said, look up stuff on TikTok because WikiLeaks was taking down. Okay, but you can't really take anything off the internet. So there should be other websites where it's hosted other than TikTok. The burden of proof is on you. I didn't make a claim. It's because you're one of them. I'm an occultist, if that's what you mean. He's going to use AI and fabricate you, Mystic. Probably. Probably. But as Johnny keeps pointing out, as if we all don't already know it, this is all being recorded, so. Johnny, where's the evidence, fam? Yeah, so my evidence will come out in the expose, perhaps. Okay, so you don't have any, which we all knew, but thank you for finally admitting it. Blah, 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 blah. But you can't see that if I find a triangle in a music video, it's confirmed Satanism. You don't claim all the statements on your live. Not in this one. There have been ones that I do make claims, and I provide evidence for those claims. But in this one, I'm not making a claim. I am debunking the claim. Oops. Tell me you were sent by the elites without telling me you were sent by the elites. Well, Nini, you're the one that recruited me. You stuck that thing up my rear end. That was you. So we're in this together, right? We're both sent by the elites. You did bad things to me. And now you're acting like it just didn't happen. So I didn't even admit that. You did, but I'm not going to let you keep moving away. Okay, brother, you're trying to see it then because it's there. Just because it's on TikTok, it's automatically fake. No, but TikTok is videos, which can be edited. Like I've been saying, it can be edited. I want to see the original documents. If it's not on WikiLeaks, someone else somewhere hosts it somewhere. So finally, someone else saying this. This is 100% true. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Freemason, falsehood, agent of bullshittery. Yeah, you're the one paying me, Anunnaki Pavey. You made me give you oral pleasure. That was you. You made me do it. Now you're acting like it just didn't happen. You can't do that. You and I are in this together. We have the evidence. It's not up to us to convince you. Actually, it is up to you to convince me, since you're making the claim. But you guys just don't know how the burden of proof works. Wow, that's on video now too. Yes, it is. You, sir, are in this by yourself. No. You can't jump in and make accusations, and then when I make accusations back, you don't like it. You can't do that. Why don't you like a mirror being held up to you? Why are you allowed to do something but I'm not? So we don't know you, Jack. Well, my name's not Jack, but when you make a claim, you do. I think you should know how the burden of proof works, or else I'll start making claims about you, and then when you ask me for proof, I don't have to give it. All right. Well, it's been 5 minutes, Aku. So I'm assuming that you've posted the video by now. So everybody look out for Aku369's video expose on me agreeing with the New Agers or something like that. Definitely looking forward to it. And go check out the video on my YouTube that he said exists and claims where I'm doing that. I hope you all enjoy it. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here because I've been on here since 9 and it's 1. It's 1 a.m. and I have work in 6 hours. So this is insane. I should have been off of here a long time ago. I don't give a rip if you make claims about me. Yeah, that's because you know that I wouldn't be able to prove any of those claims. So you have nothing to worry about. Do you see how that works? It's easy to not care when there's no proof. So Mystic agreeing with the New Agers. Hell no, exactly. But just wait for Aku369's video proving me wrong or whatever. Everyone be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to get out of here because I got to go. I got work in a few hours. So be on the lookout for Aku369's video and the evidence that Johnny's never going to give. But yeah, thank you all for being here throughout this almost 4-hour ordeal. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like and follow me here on TikTok, on YouTube, and my website, and all under the Mystical Rebel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, Johnny, as you've been saying, it's recorded, so everyone knows exactly what you did. But keep spewing your nonsense. Ooh, excuse me. But everyone knows exactly what you did, and you've done nothing. You've not provided any of the evidence I just said that you were going to do. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, seek the mysteries. Peace.